us the fools. Here's your reward for our love. You got to chase those crazy. This is Bob Marley. Chase those crazy, cause when they seem crazy, chase those crazy programmers out of town. There's something to that. We're in a simulation. Good morning, simulation. Good morning, Avatar people. We are so in a simulation, people. This is a video game. This is a video game. Chase them baldheads out of town. They get them out of here. Good morning, everybody. We are in a simulation. It's not even funny. This is not even funny. And when you're in a simulation, you realize all this has been programmed. You better listen to the program. That's all I'm saying. You better find yourself a hacker and say, what the hell do I do? Or go sit in nature and look how nature works. Because that's the manual. And that's what's wrong with men. Hang on. You gotta listen to the song. We are 100% in a simulation, people. This is a video game. It's a video game. You can have a programmer. You better listen to what the program says. Don't do that man crap, because man crap. They'll never read the manual. I'll never read the manual. That's why it's hilarious that men have designed this world. We got a patriarchal world. Men don't ever read no manual. Y'all remember Mario Brothers? Did you read the manual when you got video games? I'm gonna talk about video games. We in a video game. The show. Boy, you say, no, we're not. I'm just gonna tell you, I used to fight the power, people. I used to fight the power. I used to take my simulation brain and come up with simulated ideas as to why we're not in a simulation. I don't do that no more. I no longer simulate debates and simulate reasons why we aren't in a simulation with my simulation brain. You understand what I just said? I just said creation is a thing. Have y'all heard of this? Who is this program? He's a hacker. I ran into him this morning. I don't know why Google wanted me to Google put it on my list of things to watch this morning. George Hotz, who's the one who jailbroke all your phones. He's a hacker. If you are sitting in a simulation, you better damn sure pay attention to the program. That's all I'm gonna say. I still write software. I don't write it like I used to, but I have a few thoughts on the topic. I remember, hang on, wait, let me get my comments together. The first Ask Facebook God, because you know this is a simulation. You're literally in a simulation right now. We're going to talk about being in a simulation. This is a video game, people. You might want to read the manual. You might want to think about what it takes to get to the end of the level. You might want to observe nature or listen to a program who's actually written software and understand how the game is played. Get your coins, baby. Get your coins. Because in Mario, if you didn't get your coins, you die. You got to the end of the level. Didn't go so well for you, did it? You know, if you don't know yet. You know what? The first game I played, I think it was called Zork. Anybody remember Zork? Zork was wonderful. Oh, you know what the music is like? Hang on, let me turn it. I get all excited. Let me turn that down. Let's do way down. There you go. Woo! All right. We're in a simulator. Well, that's good. That's actually good, Lori. It means you didn't hear me singing. All right. Anyway, you didn't hear me singing. We are in a simulation. That's what I think we got to talk about today. We are 100% in a video damn game, and damn is in the name of the game. Might be called universe, might be called Earth. We are in a simulation, and when you're in it, this is what I said when you couldn't hear me. When you are in a simulation, you better listen to programmers, hackers, or people who observe nature, yogis, people in nature, looking at nature, trying to figure out. Because you know what George Hotz said was real deep. I was listening to him this morning. He said that nature is a tyrant. Nature is tyrannical. And that kind of remember how we say how Mama Earth don't like you because Mama Earth ain't your mama? That's not your mama. It's not your mama. She has no interest in preserving your life. She has an interest in creating sustainable ecosystems and seeing what happens and then murdering everybody. Or Mama Earth is a psychopath. But you got to observe nature, because whatever wrote Earth, whatever wrote that module, this level that we pretend we're on, they have rules. And if you don't follow the rules, you're going to die, because you're going to get to the end of the level. Big boss going to be right there, and you forgot to look behind the bush to get the grappling hook to kill the monster. Oh, I'm going back in my childhood. Do any of y'all ever play, what's the name of that game? The first games, they didn't actually have any graphics. Let me show you some tyranny. I got to show you some tyranny. The first video game I think I played, I don't remember. My flight simulator was no graphics. It was words. It was all words, and it spoke back to you in words. I think my first game was Zork. Here we go. Oh, you know what? Let me download this. This is what it looked like. Oh, I can show you a picture of it. Zork. Somebody's laughing. They remember Zork. You didn't have pretty pictures. There's no pretty pictures. All you had was letters, and they talked to you. Hang on, let me get ready. How come it's doing this to me? What in the heck is going on? This is fake news. I can't seem to. You know what? Hang on. Let me see if I can get the daggone comments to come up. Facebook is always up to something. I don't know why. Facebook, I'm on y'all side. I don't know why y'all get mad at me. Oh, I'm gonna talk about the cuckoo virus. Somebody asked me, am I worried about the cuckoo? I don't know why people ask me. I don't know why they ask me. Because they know I'm a little nutty. They know I'm a little nutty. They know me. They know me. I listen to everybody. I don't listen to the news. I listen to everybody. I was listening to Dell yesterday. Dell Big Tree. Why would you listen to? How come this ain't working right? What the heck? I was listening to the Dell Big Tree yesterday. And we don't have to worry about, well, actually, no, we did, because it was weird. Like, we had to worry about the cuckoo virus, and we didn't. I listened to Dell Big Tree. You know why? Because anybody who is, like, standing up to big pharmaceutical companies, and the pharmaceutical companies are losing, and the people who make bioviruses and make money selling Tamiflus and all that stuff, they make money selling this stuff. I want to listen to somebody that's questioning them, that's successfully doing it, who posts links every single show, and they ever can't get them. They can't ever get them. How come this isn't working today? What the heck, man, y'all? I tell you what. Hang on, they slowing me down this morning. This is what happens. Hold on, let me delete that. Try the Microsoft solution work yesterday. Turn the damn thing off. Turn it back on. Oh, what am I doing about the cuckoo virus? I'm drinking my smoothies. I'm still drinking. I'm not so worried about it. In the beginning of his show, it was a little concerning because the CDC said we need to be concerned. So I was like, uh-oh, the CDC said we need to be concerned? Okay. No. What did they say? The CDC said we shouldn't be so concerned. That's what it was. They said, everybody calm down. Calm down. Don't be so worried about the cuckoo virus. And I said, oh, Lord. Now I got a problem. Now, Houston, we have a problem. Houston, we got to worry about this. And then towards the end of it, he kind of explained that less people are dying. Here we go. Now that works. There you go. Microsoft solution. Less people are dying from the cuckoo virus in the beginning. For some odd reason, the further it gets from China, is dissipating is the word that he used. It's dissipating. Less people are dying from it. So now, you know how I hate to say I told y'all so? You know how I say, I hate to say that. I hate to say I don't hate to say that at all. I don't want to say it because I'm supposed to say that, but I like to say I told you so. I told you so. I told you so. You didn't have to worry about it. So now what have we done? We've wasted how much time worrying about the cuckoo virus while they're rolling out 5G, while women are dying of breast cancer, while more kids are getting autism, while leukemia is going on, and all the other real problems, all the other big problems. We hadn't done nothing about that. This is why this is a sustainable system. It's literally a sustainable system. Oh, well, the government's going to protect us with the vaccines. Do you realize that we have earned the cuckoo virus? We have literally earned it. We deserve it, and we have earned it. Why? Because, like I said, you only got two options with the cuckoo virus. Whether it was a bat, a monkey, and a buffalo having some sex, creating viruses, of poor people in some poor nation that we keep technology from, creating diseases, or it's your people in laboratories making death, murder, kill, biological weapons to murder other people because they didn't read the instruction manual for Earth. We earned it. Baby, we earned it. We earned it. Good morning, everybody. How y'all doing? We've earned this. Don't when that spanking come, yeah, mama, get that belt. When mama get the belt, you know, my mother, she never technically got the belt. I think maybe once. My memory's a little vague from my past. I got so many spankings. My father, he didn't hold nothing back, boy. He had that big belt buckle. He thought he should have came from Texas. He had that big old belt buckle. Oh man, because with the big belt buckle, you gotta have a lot of leather behind it to hold up the buckle. He spent a lot of time in the military, some base in Texas. Anyway, he used to just let that shaka shaka out, shaka shaka out, shaka. I have a left butt cheek that does not grow anymore. But I earned it. I earned it. And so if the cuckoo virus spreads, it's a problem, people die, we earned it. We deserve it. We earned it and we deserve it because we can't seem to read the instruction manual to this damn video game. All right, let me change the music. Hey, first, oh, I'm sorry. I didn't even bring YouTube in. I got to think about Zork and Black Cauldron and Mario Brothers and Rygar and all the games I used to play. Y'all play any video games? You're in a video game right now. I'm just gonna let you know that you are in a simulation, and your very thought, thinking that you ain't in a simulation, is a simulated thought from your simulation brain that you ain't in a simulation. So think about that for a minute. Well, there you go. There go YouTube. And what else didn't I do? Did I share it? I shared it. Thank you everybody for sharing. Thank you everybody for liking and subscribing and all that good stuff it takes for us to have great discussion, because that's all this is. I gotta preface it with that when people say, oh, what's he gonna teach us? He ain't gonna teach us nothing. Hey, Gerard, he's gonna lead us. He ain't gonna lead you nowhere. He is in a video game. All we're supposed to do in a video game, people, is listen to the rules. Like, choose your own adventure. Did you ever read the choose your own adventure books? It's not just video games, right? There are programmers who wrote books. They were called choose your own adventure books, right? Where you get to choose your own adventure. And that's fake news. Because if you choose the wrong your own adventure, you die. Okay, and you got to go back to the beginning of the book or the beginning of the chapter. Same thing with video games. You got to go through this level and get the things you're supposed to. You got to get coins, jump over the little monster, see little monster right here, and you got to create a team. Because I like, what was the next game where you had teamwork? Now they were non-custodial players, Zelda, right? You had to go through and you got to get yourself a mage and a wizard. You got to get yourself a barbarian. Other groups get together, and that's what this is a discussion. Because we need more people in the. Because before we get to the level, at the end of the level, it's a big boss at the end of the level. It might be a comet, it might be an alien invasion, it might be a government stage alien invasion, it might be a cuckoo virus, it might be world famine, it might be a pole shift, it might be some zombie apocalypse, but at the end of the level is something bad coming. And if we don't get the things that we got to go get the grappling hook, we got to go get enough coins, we got to get dragon magic, we got to get fire. And then if you played what's the video game where you fight each other, double match, where you got two people and you're fighting all the damn time? That's like Earth. It's like being born in America. Double conflict or karate. I don't know the name of it, but you got to learn the moves. If you don't know those moves by the end of the level, you know you're going to die. It's like when you get to the level, you get to the end, you see the big monster, and you're like, oh, yep, we gonna die. We forgot to go to the side universe through the pipe to get the, and now he gonna kill us, and the big monster just killed us. Anyway, good morning, everybody. I was, who was this? George Hotz. I was listening to George. He said some powerful things this morning. Let me change the music. Start our discussion. This is not to teach nobody nothing. Once again, this is just a discussion. So all it is, because I don't know nothing. Hang on. I'm in the video game too. I'm just trying to understand how to get through the video game. Follow the rules. You gotta follow the rules because we didn't write the game. We are in the game. We are avatars and there's no cheating. There's no cheating in this game. We like to pretend we can cheat, but there's no cheating nature. What George had said, he had a powerful statement. I posted it. Let me go see if we get this quote. I missed that quote stuff, but I really don't care. So there's that. He said, we like to cover up ugly truths with structures like governments and socialisms and capitalisms and kings and lords. We like to cover up the ugly truths about living here. We like to pretend to cheat. But at the bottom line is we are ruled by an absolute tyrant called nature. Absolute tyrant. And if you don't follow her rules, like in this video game, you gonna die, baby. It's gonna hurt. Your whole species gonna die. You're gonna go extinct if you don't follow the rules. I love what he said because he's right. He's absolutely right. We cover up, we hide, we pretend we got cheat codes. You don't have cheat codes. You're using government to rob Peter to pay Paul. You hear what I'm saying? You go rob and steal from other people's resources. You build an empire. You make the whole world hate you. They're gonna be at the end of the level waiting on you. Okay, and they should be. They should be. At the end of this level, we play Empire America, Empire Britain, Empire Canada. Yemen gonna be right there. Some little kid in Yemen gonna born with mathematics and understand, figure out some things, make a death ray photon. Some little kid in Yemen gonna burn the hell out of us at the end of the level, and they should. But they're not gonna be alone because you're gonna have Yemen, you're gonna have Iran, you're gonna have kids from the Congo and Zambia, you're gonna have kids from Puerto Rico, you're gonna have kids from all over Latin America. You're gonna have poor kids who live in Florida, you're gonna have kids who live in San Francisco living under the cave. You're gonna have poor kids who live in Las Vegas in the caves. They're gonna be waiting for you at the end of the level, right? Well, we didn't do it. We didn't build the empire. It's not our fault. Do you pay taxes? Are you going through the level getting coins? That's why those people are starving. That's why those people, the poor in Asian island countries, creating chicken flus because we keep technology from them. We deserve the cuckoo virus. We earned it every day, all day long. And at the end of the level, the chicken flu gonna be waiting for you. All right, it's not gonna be the fake Zika and the fake cuckoo or whatever it is. Our reckoning is coming because you cannot cheat nature. Nature is an ultimate tyrant. You either learn to work together or you just waiting to die at the end of the level by whatever monster you created will consume you. And by you, I mean us, because I'm with you. We all gonna die together. Yo, we all gonna die. We all gonna die. Then we're gonna start back at the beginning of this level. Called the Kali Yuga. Start all back over, and nature gonna start the game back over, and you're gonna let men redesign it again as you did the first stupid time, and they're gonna design patriarchal rules and not even read the manual for how Mario Brothers work. Because we never read the manuals. We don't like to read. Women like to read. Every woman I know reads. It's the craziest thing. We in such trouble. Or they get that iron and they read the manual for an iron for like ironing clothes. Okay, this is how you turn it on. You're supposed to do this and that. You turn the setting, but you gotta add the water first, whatever you did. Men, oh no, we didn't do that. You know how many houses I almost burnt down because of a damn iron toaster oven? I'll never read the instructions. You know what you do? We men, you plug it in, turn the button. You gotta see a light come on, and it's gonna do what we needed to do. And that's what we have on Earth. That's the rule we have. We're gonna create a nation, make a sword, murder some people, create an empire, and this gonna work out well. The whole world ain't gonna hate you, come around and kill you. Oh, isn't it, Betty? Oh, isn't it? You see what Betty just wrote? Betty, and she ain't holding that back. She tell you the truth right there. Karma is a mother hubbin. Karma is always waiting at the end of the level. I love how you put that. Karma is always just at the end of the level. It's just waiting on you. I don't think it's the cuckoo virus. I don't think that one's gonna get us. I was trying to explain to my friend, like, I get it. You want to hear my perspective? I listen to crazy people. I do. I always listen to crazy. I listen to the crazy baldheads. Like Bob Marley said, you gonna chase them crazy baldheads out of town. Why? Because the crazy baldheads know something you don't, and they need to chase them out. That's why you have a police state. I listen to crazy people. Oh yeah, the people who get banned and blocked the most. That's all I listen to. You. That's why I said I have a suggestion for the Facebook suggestion box and all the rest of it. So when people send you friend invites, you know what I want to see? I want to see how many times you went to jail. That's what I want to see. Oh no, how many times you went to Facebook jail? That's how I know that you actually post things that are true. Because that means if you don't ever go to Facebook jail, and if you didn't, I know you're trying, baby. Just keep trying, keep reading. Read some laws, learn how your world works. I want to know how many times you've been to jail. When I see people and like right at the headline, because what I used to do, I used to like look at the picture. Because I want to avoid the AI friends. If you got big bazumba boombas and you got you in your bra and panties and stuff, you been on the ledge bending over something in the nightgown, no, we not going to be friends, because that's an obvious, you either looking for something that I ain't going to give you, or you actually just AI and you're some little freckled kid who's 17 eating Hot Pockets in a data center somewhere, creating software to try to get stupid men to like your profile so you can put some malware on their machine. Another thing I would look for is how many mutual friends we got. If we got mutual friends, because I got a good population of friends. Your friends suck, by the way. Who's here? Citizen Deb, your friends suck. I'm sorry, my friends are the best. Jennifer Peterson, your friends suck. My friends are the best. Tony, your friends suck. Lori, Marriott, nope. Oh, damn it, I ain't been to Marriott. Oh, I don't even like going there. Marriott, she head down and she comes like, oh, Lord, they're on my profile. I got to go over there. I hate going there. Your friends suck. I got great friends. My friends read books. They are baldheads. They are hackers. They're not programmed. They're hippies. They observe nature. They understand the rules of this tyrant nature, Earth, and they follow the rules, and they're trying to follow the rules. So if I got a lot of mutual friends with you, we're gonna be friends right off. If I see that we don't have any friends, it's a thought. It's a thought process that I gotta think about it. If I see that, this is my 20-second profile. I've created this profile, Facebook jail. I done been to jail. I'm not being rehabilitated. I see that, we're gonna be friends right off. That's where I need to know from Facebook how many times these criminals done been to jail for posting truthful things. How many times they done violated community standards written by NATO. That's what I want to know. Pro-war organization. I need to know how many times the UN was disgusted with something they posted. But I digress. We're in a video game. We are in a video game. And that's why I just watch. I'm not worried about the cuckoo virus. I had my smoothie this morning. Listen, the rules of fighting viruses have not changed because you watch TV, okay? The rules of fighting viruses have not changed because the Rockefellers banned cannabis and hemp and created pharmaceutical industry and killed off the shaman and burned up the plants that heal you. The rules of fighting virus have never changed. Okay, you're in a game, and Rockefeller created a game for you. He created a sub game. Now you're following his rules, and you understand. You get to the level, you gonna die, baby. Nah, I'm not going to no damn CVS and Walgreens with Tamiflu and mask and all that stuff. Now I had me a raw breakfast this morning. And you know why? Because that's what boosts your immune system. All right. It boosts you feed your immune system and you eat less of what causes your immune system problems. That's how you fight viruses, how it's worked since the beginning of time, because Earth wrote the manual, not Rockefeller. Not Rockefeller, not Rothschild, not America, not the Democrats, not the Republicans, not the black people, not the white people. They didn't write nothing. They create little fake pseudo matrices inside the game. Listen to nature. Nature knows the rules. If you know programmers, you are in a simulation, baby. You gotta follow the rules. Okay? So I'm not worried about the cocoa virus because it's outside of my control anyway. If the government created it or the monkeys and some freaky hippos, it doesn't really matter. They created it, or poor people that we denied technology from. Karma is a mother and it's coming. Karma is your mother, not Earth. Karma is your mother and she's coming. And she got the belt. We've been naughty. We've been naughty. We need to get spanked. I am not fighting extinction at all. I'm not. I think that this Earth is a sustainable system. It's got a manual. We're either going to read it or we're not. Okay? We are in a game. We are definitely in a game. We got to go look behind the black bush, go in the dark forest. You got to get the wand, go look under the shelf, get the can. If it's a zombie game, you got to go find the pitchfork and sharpen it, because when you get to the end of the game, you need a tool to solve the problem. I can't believe we're still getting it over at Julian Assange. What is wrong? What am I not saying? I have no idea how to say it differently, people. This has nothing to do with Julian Assange. Nothing. This has to do with a tool we need at the end of the level called free speech. Okay? At the end of the level, we need a tool called journalism free speech. I'm gonna say it another way. I tried to explain to the brother this one. Good brother, great information. So I'm not talking down anybody. I'm just trying to share with you what's in my brain. Julian Assange is a tool, okay? Tool. I don't care who used him. It doesn't matter. He could be a tool because he's just a good guy. He could be a tool for MI7. He could be a tool for the CIA. He could be a tool for the FBI. He could be a tool. It doesn't matter because the tool doesn't matter. Do you see what I'm saying? Julian Assange is a tool. Pretend Julian Assange is a gun. If you take out Julian Assange, what's that going to change? Okay? You can take all the guns off the street. Don't matter. Americans know how to make pipe bombs. They know how to make spitballs and cuckoo virus and spread it on people. They know how to make death energy. You can go get a death energy weapon design on the internet. All right? Stop trying to ban the tool. The tool is insignificant. Okay? You use the tool for what you can use it for. You can use a gun to cause more problems, or you can use a gun to cause more peace. When everybody got guns, everybody's peaceful. When nobody has guns, everybody's peaceful. When a few people got guns, then we got a problem. So if Julian Assange is a gun and this whole situation is a setup, use the tool as a positive thing. All right, that's all I'm saying. I love you to death, but I don't really care who's behind Julian Assange because it doesn't matter. Journalists have to have free speech because we need it when the Demogorgon is at the end of this damn level. We need the free speech or we're gonna have an apocalypse. I joke a lot. Yeah, Rick Grimes apocalypse, that sounds kind of sexy. I kind of like that idea, try it with some fine woman in a bathing suit with, she got zombie dirt and blood on it. That's a little nasty, but I like the idea of the apocalypse, but I joke about that, okay? I joke. I was born in America. This is a conflict-based society. It bothers me. Every apocalypse I've looked at on TV looks sexier than being born in America. I'm sorry, it does. I don't like the idea of living on other people's bloods. I don't like the idea of having a nice warm home and children around the world are dying because of it. I don't like that idea. Every apocalypse I've seen is better than that. But at the end of this level, people, we need all the tools we can get. And if we don't have free speech, we will be in a worldwide devastating apocalypse. World War III is completely unavoidable. If we keep playing this Julian Assange game, stop it. He's a tool. Pick up the tool, save you. Pick up the tool, save the person. You walking down New York City street. Look down the alleyway. You see a couple guys and two guys and they're about to rape somebody. Okay, they're fussing, fighting, struggling with her. She lifting weights. She a little strong. Got one of them in the jaw. she actually doing kind of good. You know, down there, she picked up the trash can, hit somebody over the head. But you know, because they're having trouble with her, she kind of a big girl. She ain't been to the gym. It's New York City. You really want to go down that alley. But damn it, you know, just because we was born in a conflict-based society, I know what I'm supposed to do. I know the rules of the game. You know, when you save people and you share the love and you sacrifice yourself to help other people, good things happen. So you go on down there and you pick up that Julian Assange gun and what you do with it. Don't point it at the woman. That's a mistake. And don't leave it on the ground because the FBI and CIA gonna pick it right back up if they own Julian Assange. If not, they gonna own him in the future. All right, focus on what you're supposed to do. Read the manual for the game. That's it. That's it. But George, what's his name? George Hotz. Follow this man. This man is smart. He's a young guy, young cat, but he's a programmer and he understands that this is a simulation. We are in a game. It doesn't mean it's any less real. People, because that's the excuse they'll use to say, well, if we're in a simulation, people say that because it's just okay so they can kill people because we're in a simulation. No, nature has rules. If you are killing people that you need to work with you as a collective at the end of the level, we all gonna die. To Mario, he is in that game. Look at his face. He looks serious, doesn't he? He jumping like hell. You got a bank right here. You have a Rothschild, Rockefeller conflict system. He jumping like hell to get them damn coins because he understands he's got to get to the end. If he doesn't follow the rules, he's gonna die. Doesn't mean it's any less real. We are avatars. We are player ones. We are in the game. We got to play by the rules and ignore the people making up the rules. All right. Let me see. Gerard is really nice and stays away from certain topics, so everybody is cool with him. There's very few people who befriended me because of the transgender topic. Well, okay, yeah, thank you. I appreciate that, Sister Megs. Which, by the way, your cat is a murderous, killing bastard. You are a slave to it. It owns you, and it only smiles at you because you bring it food and clean up its kitty litter. Did you post that picture this morning? All right, anyway. That's the cat thing. I love cats to death, but cats rule the planet. Cats rule the people. The people do not, nobody owns a cat. You have cats that tolerate the people, tell them what to do. I don't try to avoid certain topics. You know what I do, Megs? I try to look at the root of a couple things. I try to look at the topic and say, is this a side effect debate? That's the first question. Is it side effect or a root problem? Side effect, root problem. If it's a side effect, then it means somebody's using it for profit. The whole Julian Assange thing, it's a side effect debate. His identity, he is insignificant to the principle, right? So I avoid that and I look at the root, free speech, right? And so I avoid side effect debates. I try to focus on the root where it solves more of the real problem to help more people. I avoid the drama and I also avoid things that I have no say in. Right? Like I avoid, like if it's already a topic of violating somebody else, I stay away from it. It's useless, right? Because this whole rob Peter to pay Paul is the problem. This is what George Hotz was talking about with this quote, where he said that we use governments and systems to cover up the things that are true, ugly truths. You know, nature is this tyrannical psychopath that doesn't allow you to break the rules. You can use a government to rob other people. You can use a government to create tyrannical systems all over the planet. You can use a government to create slavery and be happy with it because you just push it to somebody else. But at the end of the day, it's going to come back and get you. You know, so if it violates a natural law, if it violates a sovereign law, then I avoid it. You know, if I have no right, like, you know, what are the difficult topics? Let's explore this for a minute, because I don't think I avoid topics. I think I just try to stay away from the drama. You know, it's like abortion. Like, oh, that's a difficult topic. We can't cover that one. Yeah, we can. Yeah, we can. Because I used to fight. I couldn't stand women's rights. No, I didn't look at it that way. But no, y'all, they was killing babies. We got to stop them. We got to stop them. I was raised in the church. They're killing babies while my government was murdering people all over this planet. We're not killing babies. Government was killing babies, adults, and pregnant people, and zygotes, and old people. You know, because I was born in the game. I was born in the game, and I just started playing to my avatar. I was Christian, I was black, I was American. I went along with that nonsense. But then I started reading books. I started growing up. I started empathizing. I started putting on other people's shoes. So on the abortion topic, it's very simple for me. Am I going to violate the rules of this game that's going to end in us dying at the end of the level? Can I violate somebody else's sovereignty? And I can't do that, and I won't do that, right? Can I do something in somebody else's body? Can I tell a woman what? Yeah, stop. Does anybody tell you what to do with yours? Because men, the crazy thing about, we don't like put ourselves in other people's shoes. Like, you got these people like, oh, we need to stop with the vaccines. I ain't taking your vaccine. You're not gonna violate my body, but you're gonna violate a woman's body. Like, I get the whole, well, it's a baby and it's born before, but that has nothing to do with me. That's not my business. My business is what's happening within my skin. That's not my business. So I don't think I avoid topics. I just try to look at the root level. Does it violate a rule of the manual of whatever wrote this game called Earth? If it violates this game, I'm not going to do it. I'm going to play by the rules because I didn't write the rules. And I know a lot of people are lying about what the rules are because they want to violate other people for their own thoughts. And so that's why I say you got to find yourself a programmer, hacker. Think about things from a root cause perspective, root level. Don't look for heroes and villains and don't follow anybody. Think for yourself. But observe nature. Figure out how this game works and play this game how it's supposed to be played because somebody wrote it. We didn't write it. And a lot of people lying about they know the people who did. You don't know God. Stop it. You don't know God. Emilio posted something real deep the other day. He came in late. He didn't get a chance to jump in when we had this discussion. Because yesterday we talked about God. And it's funny to say that because you can't really talk about something and then talk to nobody here. He basically said that there's no sentience outside of the human beings and the animals. And I have to disagree with that. Emilio has some fantastic thoughts. Appreciate that, brother. He taught me a lot, but I disagree with that point. Not really, kind of. God, if anything, to me, I think, it's the collective sentience of all things, right? Like, it's not a fat man on a cloud with a white beard. It is the collective sentience of the one energy that we're all a part of. Answer that point. And that includes the animals. It includes the rocks, the monkeys, the fleas, the bugs, the boogers, all of that. But it also includes the aliens. Right? They're just people from over the other ocean. That's all they are. They're just all over there. So whatever God is, it's within everybody. And that God thing is all things. It's all good things, bad things, big things, small things, just like you. You to a degree are a God to the microbiology that live in you. Why? Because you could be stupid. You could buy your organic food at Walmart. You could be scared of the cuckoo virus, cause yourself all kind of stress and shut down your immune system and then drink soda pop. Cause yourself cancer from the sugar carcinogen that's in it. Like, we can be smart or we can be stupid, but you're a God to them in a way because they're all of their collective sentience, all that microbiology working together, your skin cells make you this little goddish thing. Not God, that's the wrong word, maybe ecosystem God thing. You control your ecosystem. You can die at 22 because you don't follow the rules. Ooh, you didn't read the manual. You didn't read the temple manual, the body manual, the biological explanation of what we're supposed to eat and not supposed to eat. The 5G we're supposed to avoid, and the 4G we're supposed to avoid, the 1G we should be avoiding. If you follow the rules, but collectively all of that consciousness in you from all those cells and microbiome, that makes you to a degree some sort of an ecosystem God. Do you see what I'm saying? So all these systems build up. And you're not special. Same with a frog. A frog has a lot of bacteria, his own cells, her own cells builds up and has its own little sentient thing. And then we as a human race, we all become this God thing, this one sentient. We're just like little cells in this God's body or this God's brain. Does that make sense? That's how I'd answer that question. But I don't know. I guess to me it's a discussion. I'm just a old software engineer. I try to look at systems and determine how they work, right? And I want to, the older I get, do more things that are in line with the manual and less things in line with the little fake manuals from within the simulation. I have 148 friends. You crazy, Abe, brother. Last I checked, one love. I know, Dan, you got 148 friends. You not using Facebook? Oh, 148 mutual friends. Oh, okay. Yeah, I was about to say you're not using Facebook right. That's, yeah. As long as we have a lot of friends, you know. It's not about. I guess it's really not about the amount of friends you have, because I got a lot of fake people on here. I know I got a lot of AI. I got a lot of people. I'm just waiting for him to say something until we're apart. I got a lot of them too. But the more people you have in common, the more people you have at the end of the level to do something significant with. George Hotz, where he came from, he was a hacker online. I guess his name's G Funk, G Boogie, G something. I'm making that up. I don't know. But one of his things, he became popular for jailbreaking phones, because his whole point was, well, you bought it, you own it. Why are they trying to control you after? So all your jailbroken iPhones and droids came from his work. He is now fighting with Silicon Valley. I ran into him. He had a talk that he gave. It was called "Self-Driving Cars Are a Scam." And I saw the heading, said, "Oh, I got to watch it because he don't know what the hell he's talking about." I need to watch this one. Oh yeah, he don't know what he's talking about. He has no idea. But the perspective he put it in was true. And he was right. The self-driving cars are a scam. I'll let you go through it. I won't go through all the details of it. But Silicon Valley is a problem. Silicon Valley, if I can find one, Silicon Valley is an issue. It's not, they don't solve problems, right? Problems are solved by innovation, comes from conflict and diversity, poverty. It's not greed. Greed doesn't drive that. Let me show you something here. Silicon Valley, Skunk Works, all of these silos that they develop technology in are holding the human race back. These things have to be developed open source, and that is one of the things that he's a proponent of, is open source. These self-driving cars are killing people, and it's because of the model that they're doing it under. We need an open source world because we're all on the same level, and we all have to work together to get to the end of the level. Let me see if I can find this here. Good morning, everybody. I say good morning. Good morning. How y'all doing this morning? So yeah, as I find this link, I'm not really worried about the cuckoo virus, because you can't worry about it. There's too much we can't see and we can't control, and we don't own the narrative. We are not driving in the discussion. We're not privy to the information. We got governments that have secrets. They could have made it. Maybe they didn't make it. Maybe it's tied to 4G or 5G. Maybe not. I don't know. It doesn't really matter. Doesn't really matter. You know what you need to do to fight the viruses because you know what your immune system works. There was a great intro in one of these videos I was looking at. Let me see if I can find an intro. But he said this is a young man, but he says some very powerful things, which is very, very true. We can't have a Silicon Valley. Silicon Valleys are actually the problem, right? You need to open source all your technology because we got to get to this end of the level, and we got some fighting to do. But if we don't have the right tools, we don't have the right people, we're not going to make it. Let me see if this is it right here.
The first, the only shampoo that gradually reduces...
Shampoo. Shampoo, that's another thing. Hang on, wait. I see your comments. I'm going to get to them in just a second. You know he ain't. Yeah. Hang on, I can get past this car commercial.
Can also be practical and efficient. That's because the civic
That's another thing is delaying technologies. Commercial.
When you think about it like that, you're certainly not hacking in self-driving cars. Yeah, we're running it on a phone. I could build a better vision system, Tesla autopilot myself in 3 months. Google is going to lose because there's no market for a $100,000 system. For us, we're just going to push the software up there, and then boom, all these cars are level 4 self-driving. We got the insurance company to underwrite the policy. You don't have to.
So he's doing it open source. This is the one I wanted to show you. He's doing it open source, and what he basically explained is that, he's trying to do it cheap. But most of these car companies are trying to make a $250,000 self-driving car that nobody can afford because they want to maximize how much money they can make, and that is a problem, right? You can't do that. It's not going. Not only is it not going to work, but you're going to have $250,000 machine to drive around. I think this is it right here. $250,000 machines that people are trying to buy that are killing people, when really it's learning software that solves the problem. You don't need hardware to solve the problem, that you need a brain to solve. Like, how do you drive? You don't drive because you got a whole bunch of sensors and you got a lot of hardware handling the problem because you got a new type of car. You drive because you got a brain. You look and you say, hey, that's a squirrel, I'm gonna slow down or I'm not. That's a Democrat, I'm gonna slow down or I'm not. That's a Republican, I'm gonna slow down or I'm not. That's a turn, that's a that. You need a brain to do it. And brains get developed open source, right? That's how learning software works. It looks at what you do and it makes decisions on that, and you tell it what to do. Do you care about squirrels' lives? Do squirrels' lives matter? If they do, then you, okay, well, I want to avoid the squirrels, and if I accidentally got to hit a tree to avoid the squirrel, then I'll do that. But you think. The self-driving cars aren't a hardware solution, right? It's literally making a brain that thinks the way you do. And this is why, once again, like Julian Assange, like guns, it's just a tool. You can utilize AI to make your world better, learning software to make things easier, or you can use it to murderize people. And right now we use it for the dark energy to murderize people because we don't know the rule in this manual of Mother Earth that said if we don't follow that rule, we're gonna die at the end of the level. Karma's gonna be waiting at the end of that level.
The following is a conversation with George Hotz. He's the founder of Comma AI, a machine learning-based vehicle automation company. He is most certainly an outspoken personality in the field of AI and technology in general. He first gained recognition for being the first person to carry or unlock an iPhone. And since then, he has done quite a few interesting things at the intersection of hardware and software. This is the Artificial Intelligence Podcast. If you enjoy it, subscribe on YouTube, give it 5 stars on iTunes, support it on Patreon, or simply connect with me on Twitter at Lex Friedman, spelled Fridman. And I'd like to give a special thank you to Jennifer from Canada for her support of the podcast on Patreon. Merci beaucoup, Jennifer. She's been a friend and an engineering colleague for many years since I was in grad school. Your support means a lot and inspires me to keep this series going. And now, here's my conversation with George Hotz. Do you think we're living in a simulation?
Yes, but it may be unfalsifiable.
What do you mean by unfalsifiable?
So if the simulation is designed in such a way that they did like a formal proof to show that no information can get in and out, and if their hardware is designed for anything in the simulation to always keep the hardware in spec, it may be impossible to prove whether we're in a simulation or not.
So they designed it such that it's a closed system, you can't get outside the system.
Well, maybe it's one of 3 worlds. We're either in a simulation which can be exploited, we're in a simulation which not only can't be exploited, but like the same thing's true about VMs. A really well-designed VM, you can't even detect if you're in a VM or not.
That's brilliant. So so the simulation is running on a virtual machine.
Yeah, but now in reality, all VMs have ways to detect.
That's the point. I mean, is it, you've done quite a bit of hacking yourself, and so you should know that really any complicated system will have ways in and out.
So this isn't necessarily true going forward. I spent my time away from Comma. I learned Coq. It's a dependently typed, it's a language for writing math proofs. Mm-hmm. And if you write code that compiles in a language like that, it is correct by definition. The types check its correctness. Mm-hmm. So it's possible that the simulation is written in a language like this, in which case,
Yeah, but that can't.
It's flawless. All right, I'm not gonna bore y'all with that. This is more of a geek thing. Not gonna bother you with it, but we are 100% in a simulation, within a simulation, within other simulations, within another simulation. And the idea that we are the root simulation, we are the beginning, the first, is dumb as we ain't no aliens. Dumb as it done. This is narcissistic and sociopathic as we are the first and we're the root simulation. We are in a simulation of many, many simulations, and we're creating simulations. All right, we're a different level of Mario. The question is, are we following the rules? Are we pretending we can break them? Can you break the rules? Are there life hacks? I don't know I can answer that question. I mean, as far as I can tell, I don't see anybody flying in airplanes Like we can kind of cheat with that way, but of course the airplanes, they dump JP4 out and they'll use them to spray chemtrails later. And we can cheat the system, or we think we're cheating the system with government. Same thing as airplane. We create things to cheat, but at the end of the day, energy's never lost. It's always exchanged, right? There are always negative externalities. We try to cheat the game with corporations and greed and economic system and currencies, right? And so there are failings from that, right? We either all get to the level at the end as a collective, where there's always somebody on the bottom whose next generation is eventually going to come back and murderize us all as karma at the end of the level. That's what I mean, like in terms of the rule. And to me, and I could be wrong, it seems that this simulation, the main rule is you have to work together. That's the main rule. That's the main rule in most of the games people make. You have to follow their rules, you have to follow their paths, or you die. Like I said, the Choose Your Own Adventure books, I loved them. I loved them. I had the whole series as a child. I thought I got to choose my own adventure. The Rothschilds, they had something different in mind. Right? The Game Maker or Mario had something different in mind. You got to walk the way that it lets you go, or you won't get out the level. You got to get the things you're supposed to get, or you can't get to the next level. Talking about going to heaven, that's funny. It's kind of not funny. It's actually really sad. It's really sad, you know. So anyway, that's what I think we're in a simulation. I don't debate with myself anymore when it comes to that. I'm just trying to get to know the rules. Uh-oh, down with Pornhub. See, Tony? See, this is what I mean. We try to cheat the system. Like, even with porn, that's a great cheat we talked about the other day, right? When you try to cheat the system with like, oh, I'm gonna watch this and whatever. You don't think about where that comes from. It's being made from little kids in the Philippines and these other countries being put in front of TV and videoed and would, you know, and people who just want biscuits, who end up having to sell their life. And it's like, yeah, and some people don't even care about that. Some people do. I try to tell people it's a good thing to avoid it because you're actually funding unsustainable systems on the back end that come back and bite you later. You know, one of those little 17-year-old hookers from Thailand or the Philippines or China or Puerto Rico, wherever they are, they might learn how to fly. I don't know. They might make a new free energy thing, just murderize the whole planet, wait for us at the end of the level because we made him a psychopath because we were trying to cheat the system. Don't try to cheat the system. Follow the rules. There are always negative externalities. We didn't write the rules. You hear? We didn't write the rules, and while you think that porn is okay, you realize it's not. Are we going to change our behavior now? We realize that it's not. Are we going to follow the rules, or are we going to wait to die? Same thing as the cuckoo rest. Same damn thing. We keep making bioweapons. We're going to die by bioweapons. We keep avoiding helping people in impoverished third world countries, creating chicken flus. Eventually, that chicken flu is going to come find us, and it's supposed to. So we earned the cuckoo virus. We completely earned it. All right, read some comments and we'll see where that goes. Gerard plays it safe. Gerard is diplomatic. Do I play it safe? Am I diplomatic? Or do I just try to avoid drama that doesn't end in a solution? I just like solutions. I try to be diplomatic. I think that fits because I have to be, right? We either work together or we all die. So I try to be. But I want to end up in a solution. You know, I used to sit in corporate America and you get into all these arguments and side discussions and conversations about who did what to who and how they did it, when they did it. I didn't get my vacation. This doesn't happen. The bagels don't taste right, blah, blah. I'm like, y'all, we're trying to fix the system. Okay, we have to get somewhere. I only allocated 45 minutes for this meeting in my schedule. I got other things I got to do. I don't have time to talk about the nonsense. Let's talk about what is the root cause of the problem. Well, this had happened. I don't care that had happened. That has nothing to do with the root cause of the problem. We have psychopaths on Earth. Why are they here? They're here because we make them. We have environments that manufacture them. So we have mentally illness everywhere, right? And these mentally ill people, if they don't wait for us at the end of the level and murderize us, their immune system is shut down. It's not working right. They're doing all kinds of things like watching porn, drinking, doing drugs, synthetic drugs from Walgreens, shutting their immune system down, all stressed the hell out, stressing everybody else the hell out. And you got that virus that's learning how to evolve in the human mammal and how to kill off cells and become the most prolific predator. And then it gets released and it murderizes all of us. It may not be somebody in some Pacific Island that creates the chicken virus. It most likely gonna be somebody in Baltimore. You don't get to starve people and think it ends well. We're all connected, and the scriptures told you that. You have to entertain everybody like they're God, because they are. They're a piece of it. They're a piece of its cell and its brain and its body, and if you abuse them, it's coming back for you. And if not coming back for you, it's coming right back for your children. It's like this whole idea of empire. Well, the kings build the empire. The kings did it, the Lord did it, the government did it. I'm not a part of the U.S. empire, the Rothschild empire. Do you pay your taxes? Stop it, let's not go there. The tyrants don't build empires. Kings don't build empires. No Caesar built anything when it came to Rome. The people did. The people consented, they colluded, they cheered, they voted, they went to the Colosseums, they ate the fruit, they went to go to the NFL, they didn't stand up with Kaepernick, right? Like, we are the problem. We have to get to the end of the level together. And even with your politicians and your kings and your lords and the tyrants, because we need them too. We just don't need them creating their own little game within a level that we need to get to the end to and get some tools. They make up their own little thing because they can't see the big picture. They don't realize we need China. They don't realize we need Russia. The Democrats don't realize we need the Republicans. The Republicans don't realize we don't need the Democrats. They don't realize these things. Black people have no idea they need white people. White people have no idea they need white black people. They have no idea. But there are a few who are starting to wake up and realize we are in a simulation where we do need everybody and all the tools everybody brings, or we all die and we start back over as cavemen. I'm kind of tired of the caveman love. Well, I don't know. Anybody tired? I'm tired of the caveman love. I feel like I have been here before. I don't know who I was before, but I feel like I didn't have some unga bungas before, and I didn't took a club and beat people in the head and dragged them in. I feel like I've done that before. I don't do that no more. Can we not? Can we not? You know, can we like move on, evolve? Let's get to level 2 of Earth. Let's get to level 2 of the simulation instead of going back, waiting for that asteroid to knock us back. Anyway. Good morning. And there's some people in touch with stuff. I hadn't seen Keisha just come in, or some people in touch with. There are some people, I don't think that they're cheats to the system, but I think they're human beings who have certain tools that the rest of us don't have. And we need to pay attention to them. Y'all call them witches. Y'all call them witches. My sister a witch. Daddy had nothing to do with that. Daddy, while he was living, he had nothing to do with that at all. But now he's dead, he know. Or he's reincarnated, but he didn't figure it out. Went back to the game lobby like, oh, the witches got clues. That's the hints. I get it now. Okay, there are people who are in tune with things. But if you're building your own little level inside the level, inside nature, your little government or corporation or whatever, you got to keep secrets from people. And you don't want those witches to get out. So you got to burn them. You got to burn them. You got to tell everybody they're sorcerers and they're evil. When really they're just people intact with things. They're Julian Assanges. They're tools. They're guns. They can be used for good things or they can be used for bad things. You know, and you abuse a witch. You're going to get what you got coming. Yeah, that's right. You don't abuse people into abusing you, you know. Anyway, he might avoid that what triggers him. Do I avoid triggers, Christine? Do I avoid what triggers me? Not really, because people look for your triggers, Christine. I got friends that smart A's. If they find out what your trigger is, they gonna stick a finger in it. They find out the wet willy you don't like, they gonna lick that finger and stick it in. So no, I get triggered. I laugh at my triggers, I think, eventually. I think that the things that bother me, they bother me, and I'm giving enough time to think about it. I'm like, damn, but that's really, really selective. That's really big. That's really bigoted of you, Gerard, to be worried about that. Like the cuckoo virus, that's a trigger for a lot of people. A lot of people scared. When people who watch the mainstream news call me and start asking me about the cuckoo virus, boy, people scared. People scared, but don't get scared because it's gonna shut down your immune system. If you're gonna get the cuckoo virus, you get stressed out by this television. That's part of the reason why the television is there. The pharmaceutical industry, they try to stress you out, shut down your immune system like 5G does. You know, once again, we have enough scientific data to link those two together. Not that it's an intent or a cause or anything. Some people believe that's fine. Fine what everybody believes. Bottom line is 4G debilitates cells, right? It creates cancer. As the doctor said, 4G caused cancer. So we know 5G is going to cause at least 10 times the cancer. Right? It destroys DNA. And what happens when something destroys your DNA? Your white blood cells like, oh, Lord. Your white blood cells come to work with their lunch boxes and stuff. Your cytotoxic T cells. Oh, we got to fight cancer. We got to fight leukemia. Got this problem in the brain. This is the schedule. Break it down. We're going to get this together. All your immune systems in the morning. That's how it look. They all get together. He didn't drink a smoothie. She didn't drink no smoothie last night. She went to the pizza restaurant, got a bunch of pizza, threw a bunch of meat down there. And so we got problems. We got to go start fixing things all over this body. She not helping. Got the cuckoo virus out there. And she's eating at Walmart. But your immune system get together in the morning. Okay, we got to solve some problems. Got the memory T's. We need to go over here, work on this, work on that way. And all here comes 4G and 5. So now you don't have 1 billion white blood cells going to work. Now you got 100 million. And you're not going to solve as many problems with 100 million. You got them little viruses like... Who is it? Who we got? Miss Tree. Miss Tree. Oh, yeah. She lived right by that 5G tower. Boy, this gonna be fun. You know what? I'm a beater. I'm a beat these white blood cells down with one fist. I don't even need to. Here, just put one behind my back. I got her. She didn't know not to buy a house within the shadow of a 5G tower. Like, that's how it works. That's literally how it works. So you don't have to link cuckoo to 5G to understand that if you were blasting electromagnetic waves through the human body, the immune system isn't going to work as well. Plus, they're in China. Those people are stressed. Not as stressed as Americans, but they stressed. The immune system ain't working. So this is why it makes sense. It gets to Europe. You know, what does Europe have? What's Europe have, y'all? Europe they got a little bit of healthcare. They don't really know what healthcare is. They like us. They ain't stupid, but they're not as stupid. But they're a little more peaceful. I know friends in Europe, they lose their job for 3-4 years. They don't get stressed. Like, oh, I got laid off. That's okay. You know, I can't go out to the Indian restaurant as much as I used to, you know. But their government, they kind of have a system. It's a little more sentient than what we got. They're not as stressed. So when the cuckoo virus kind of came through Europe, it starts dissipating. You're going through a population of less stressful people whose immune system is still working the way it used to. A lot of people in Europe eat very, very healthy. Very healthy. They hadn't burned up your GMO. They don't have nothing to do with your corn, your soy. You can't even send it from America to Europe. It hits America. I don't know. But I'm not worried about it. There's no reason to be worried about it. Because all I'm going to do is shut down my immune system, and I got to deal with people coughing on me right now. I got to shake hands and deal with these Americans. I don't have time to shut down my immune system. So I'm not sure if there are links there, but I know they're linked. Let's say it that way. I'm not sure if it was a project. Kings and lords have always done that. But there's a link. All right. Here we go. I wish I had a horse and buggy. Well, Maria, you're gonna get one, girl. Don't worry about that. You're gonna have I don't think we're gonna make it to the level with the tools we need. You're gonna get your chance. You're gonna start back over. You can get that horse and buggy. We're gonna go get some hemp and start making some rope. We're gonna start over at the beginning. We can't seem how to figure this out. We got all this high technology. None of these tools mean nothing. Use them for corporations, lords and kings, dominating, debilitating, economic hitmanning, blowing up other nations. You're gonna start back over. You're gonna get your horse and buggy. Don't worry about it. We just hope we have horses then. Let's hope the horses think we can start over with the horses. We may not have horses. We might be pulling our own damn carts ourselves. We seem to like starting over in the caveman days. Silicon Valley should tell us something. The name alone. Fake tits. See? Tony, you say stuff I don't say. You say, you know what? Y'all talk to Tony about that. But it's definitely, oh Lord, see, I want to address that. I don't know if I can even go there, Tony. But, damn, he tripped me up. All right, y'all caught me. I'm trying to be diplomatic. All right, let me be, okay, no, I'm gonna go raw. I'm gonna thug out. We're gonna thug this out. Just say the truth. Truth. It is a good thing for you not to have fake breastises. It is a good thing. We know these things rupture. We know they cause cancer. I got friends that are ripping them out. I don't like it. I don't like it one bit. I'm sorry, I'm gonna be honest. I don't like it. Can we have hemp breasts? Can we do that? We could have. We could have. If we didn't have Silicon Valley with the fakeness and the fake synthetic nonsense, we could have had him. All right, Tony, I'm with you. I'm with you. We're going to go with that. We're going to go with this. No, because it's a good thing. I'm a man. I'm supposed to look at these things and be like, ooh. Ooh. I'm supposed to. I'm not supposed to go to the mall and look at jewelry. All right, that's, I get it. Now, I don't get caught. Don't be stupid. Don't, but like, oh, damn, yeah, you look away. Don't say nothing, but you're supposed to because you a man. Women do it too. They just lie about it better. They look at your buns. They look at your buns. They want to know every time you take a step, they want to see it strengthen. Women, that's how they want to see that little bubble on the side, that little divot. They like it too. No, they like to lie about it. They're just better lying. We ain't as smart. We can't hide it as much. So yeah, but Silicon Valley's fake. I'm gonna go with you on this, Tony. I'm gonna go with you. It's fake, and it's just the name alone. Now, if it was called Hemp Valley, open source Hemp Valley, we got something. But as long as it's fake and it's phony and it's a few people and they're not driven on collectivism, they're not driven on I'm doing this because it's the right thing. I'm making self-driving cars and automated flying craft and levitation device because it's the right thing to do. It's not going to be driven as much, right? Innovation is driven by necessity. That's what I was looking for, that quote from earlier. Innovation is driven by necessity. It sucks when it's driven by greed. It sucks. Nobody does things because no one important, no one good, no one who's gonna do it till all hours of the night for a Ferrari. That's stupid. That's what a greedy bastard does. Right? They do it for the human race. They do it because they feel a part of Earth. They know that we're destroying the ecosystems. We're literally gonna get to the end of this level and we got to fight the Demigorgon. We get to this end of this level and we don't have the tools we need, we're gonna be in big trouble. We don't have a sustainable automated society that can make Earth support 100 billion human beings and all the animals too, because everything's allocated the way we have. We got AI gardening drones, growing food forests, literally planting apples and peaches and pears and things for the deer so they can eat their own food. And we got our own food growing in stacked vertical growth towers and diverse colonies of microbiology, understanding and studying the soil so they can make even healthier plants than the original plants that grew in the Garden of Eden. AI can do that. But it's not going to do that in Silicon Valley. And Silicon Valley is going to be about money and profit. It's going to be about what gets that corporation on top of the other corporation. It's going to be about what makes you a better programmer than that programmer. And that's going to be driven by what's determined by the massive corporations that are burning the planet to begin with. And not only that is greed the bad driver, but you're only driving on a couple thousand engineers. Millions of engineers on Earth, but you can't share with India. Oh no, you can't share your data with Russia. Oh no, you can't share your data with Puerto Rico. Meanwhile, you got savants being born in those countries who all could be working together and saving this damn stupid species, not the planet. The planet gonna be fine. We don't have to save Earth. I caught myself about to say to save Earth. No, we don't need to save Earth. Earth is a psychopathic killer. It's gonna kill you. It's gonna kill all of us. We need to save ourselves. And if we don't look at the instruction manual of this damn video game we're in, that we're all supposed to work together, that if you let these governments divide you up, you let these political parties, you let these ignorant races and religions divide you up and keep you in conflict with everybody, you're gonna get to the end of that level and nature's gonna do what it does best. It's gonna make a zombie apocalypse and start you right back over at level 1. So it's a game. We are totally in a game. We are in a simulation and we're not reading the manual because we let patriarchs design this world and men don't read manuals. I'll tie all that back together. You mean like a plane, right? His dad propped him up behind his stick like most of, I'll put the kids up behind it. No, in the car. No, Patricia, no. The first flight simulator didn't have any pictures. I'd show you. I'll show you. I don't make nothing up. Well, that's not true. I make stuff up. You're supposed to live like a child. You're supposed to be childlike. You're supposed to do adult things, but be childlike and be happy. Hang on. This is Zork. That like is fun to you young people? Y'all want to go back to that? Y'all, you keep playing this nonsense. You're going to go back to Zork. This is our first video game. The troll looks left. You look right. Open the door. Oh, we used to have so much fun. We play hours, people. We played this for hours. I had one damn picture. All right, hang on. Now I want to show you. No, the first flight simulator. The first flight simulator was just like that. It was called Flight Simulator. This was when, and my father worked at the Pentagon, so of course he wanted me to be in the Air Force, and he understood that they were using these video games to trick kids into wanting to blow people up. But it started with the first flight simulator. See, this is not the original flight simulator. It came in a little box. You got it at Egg Software. Anybody remember Egg Software? What's the name of it? Babbage's was one of them, and the other one was called Egghead Egg Software. And this was the first. No, this wasn't the first one. This was like version 2. This was version 2. The first one was all nuts. See, and this is where it evolved from right here, where you had like the fake panels. That's what the rich kids had. The rich kids had the black and white fake panels. We couldn't afford that one. We just had the text. You know, but they created these things. They created these simulations because they needed to. It was all released. Didn't they talk about it? They needed to get kids involved in doing the wars of the future, right? You know, feeling like it's a video game when you're flying a drone, feeling like it's a video game when you drive a tank. For the same reason George Hotz said, because I mean, they've been working on self-driving tanks and self-flying drones, and they've been doing that for a long time, but they're having a lot of trouble with it. You literally need AI or learning software to learn how to recognize things and make good decisions. You know, I mean, the reason why self-driving cars are killing people now is because you're not using learning software to do it. They're using hardware because they want to sell you a car. They want to sell you $250,000 worth of minerals that they robbed from Africa and Latin America and bought and sold things on the criminal black market called Wall Street. They want to sell you that because that's what makes the most money. That's what Silicon Valley does. That's how it works out. You know, this is a young brother and he understands it. No, AI's got to make these decisions, right? You got to create learning software that thinks like a human being. Good morning, Norma. So yeah, but I did the other one too. Who's that, Patricia? I did the other one too. I made my own little video game. I mean, I made my flights because this wasn't good enough. Like looking at a screen with no images was good enough. So I made one. I remember that day, Patricia. I don't know if it was a dishwasher or, or it was a washing machine. But daddy had a big box. Mommy and daddy had a big box. And I took it and I did what any good little kid born in a family that was all pretty well off, but the father was smart enough to say things like, this is my money, you ain't got no money. That's what dad used to say. Oh, you ain't got no money, you need to go figure out your way in the world, this is mine. So he wouldn't buy everything, right, with all that good Pentagon money. He would, I had to make some of my own toys. And so I took my box and I made me a flight suit. I sit in it and I made my little knobs out of cardboard, some tape and this is the ailerons and this is the pedal, make me some pedals. And yeah, he flew with me. Man, you get me a little sentimental, Patricia. I do miss my pop, but raising kids, you know, while this man flew airplanes and he worked on airplanes and he worked on satellites, all the stuff he did, and he walks in there and sees his son at a little cardboard box thing with some knobs and nodules and stuff. He sat down and flew with me. Ah, beautiful thing. This is why I'm only kind of broken. I had good parents. I had good parents who raised me and gave me the love, would sit down and play a damn cardboard box flight simulator imaginary game with me. And it was awesome. But this is what every child deserves. And this is why, Patricia, I feel guilty. I feel guilty every damn day. Every day. That's part of why I do this. I don't get paid to do this. I do this because I think it's the right thing to do. Every child needs to have a parent who will sit down at a damn cardboard box and play with them. Every child, they don't deserve children, parents limping in on one leg because they live in Afghanistan. They don't deserve grandma coming in because mommy and daddy are dead because they died in some bombing run so some corporation can get some oil. So Americans can go and vote and decide what they're going to do with the blood money, the spoils of war. It's just information. It's information. That's how we move forward. You can't make people not vote. You can't make people to stop, supporting war criminals that pretend to be politicians. You can't make them stop supporting them. You can't make them to want to change the world. All you can do is give them some information. That's all you can do. And that's all I do. I try to say the same thing in different ways. The same thing in different ways, Patricia. And all that is we are in a video game. We are in a simulation. Mother Nature is a tyrant. and she is a psychopathic killer. If you don't follow her rules, you and everybody you know is gonna die. And we're gonna start back over at the beginning of the level. Organize a team. Yes, Brother Jack, that's all we can do. All we can do is share the information. Well, I appreciate everybody who shares a video. This is just a discussion. Everybody's welcome. P.S. Gerard, I do not live near 5G. I know you don't live near 5G tower. You gotta tell me this. You gotta tell me. I know you're here. I don't know about here living. If you live near 5G tower, you'd be in the hospital. You wouldn't be in the hospital, or you'd be out there voting or something. I don't know. I live by a high tension power lines. This ain't a whole lot better. This ain't a whole lot better, Mr. I don't think you're helping yourself. However, you appear to be amped up, live wire and 5G penetrated. Why the heck do you think I like you? I'm not sure. I understand about 25% of your statement. I don't know if he was typing fast or just my eyes. I'm not sure which. I'm hyped up on life, Miss Tree. I'm hyped up on life. I mean, there are beautiful things on this planet. We were born in a beautiful planet, beautiful earth, and I live like a child. I live in very childish, beautiful things. You know, I love that I'm starting to see some of the rules to this manual. I'm Mario. I'm jumping through the level. When I was born, Miss Tree, I was trying to get every damn coin I can get. I thought you're supposed to get all the coins. I was like jumping up. Ding, 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 ding. Y'all don't know what I'm talking about, but Mario is supposed to jump to get the coins. And now I realize, no, I need a lot less coins. I need a lot less coins. Why? Because there ain't enough coins to go around, number one. And number two, speeding to get to the end of this level without the tools we need, we're all gonna die. I'm not trying to speed up and give Amazon more power. Miss Tree, every morning I drive past an Amazon damn factory, taking all the slave stolen products from all over the world, from that black market Wall Street, and a billionaire Lex Luthor guy named Jeff Bezos, right? Getting more coins to spend more money to buy more junk is gonna speed us getting to the end of this level, and that's all dying. And I think that's stupid. So I'm happy because I'm starting to see some of the rules, and I'm starting to realize that you don't really need a lot to survive. You just gotta be smart. You gotta be smart in how you spend your money. You gotta be smart in how much you need to make. You know, nothing wrong with making money, but you know, as long as you understand if you're stealing it from somebody else's mouth. I think the other thing I'm happy about is I think I found a lot of other people who see that too. Life isn't about racing to the end of the level so we can all die. Life is about trying to figure out how do we pull other people along with us so they can get them some coins too, so we all can have the things that we need. You know, I've never played the lottery, Miss Tree. I thought about playing a period of time. I'm not interested in the lottery because I don't want to have nothing to do with it. I don't have nothing to do with it. I understand what all of that is. But should I ever luck up, money fall into my lap, millions and billions of dollars, I would do what the smart people do. I ain't telling nobody. I ain't telling nobody. Miss Tree, if you win the lottery, you can't tell nobody. You can't, because everybody's playing the same damn game, and they see you Mario with a whole bunch of coins. They're gonna do everything they can. They're gonna rob you. Your mama, your kids, your cousin, everybody gonna get the cuckoo virus, a flu, a cough, gonna need this experiment, need a little money to do this, great investments, and that drive you crazy. So if you got some money, you can't tell nobody. You gotta keep that to yourself. But no, a lot of my happiness comes from, I think we're starting to see the rules of this game. And it is a game. We are in a simulation. And that makes me happy because it makes me think that maybe we'll figure this joke out. We got to find the consciousness. If this game that we're in had a name and a programmer who wrote the rules, the name of the game probably is Conscious Universe, Conscious Earth. Because if you don't discover consciousness, like every decision that you got to make in this choose your own adventure or video game, all the rules are based in you finding consciousness and helping others to find it too. And if you don't, you all die and you stay stuck in this loop. I think it might even be like Groundhog Day. Y'all remember that movie where you keep restarting? It's 4:15 every damn morning. I think every 13,000 years or so, it's 4:15 in the morning. We just keep starting over because we aren't understanding the rules of the conscious game. You can't abuse people in the conscious game. The conscious universe. You have to look at the programmer, look at nature, observe nature, figure out what works in nature, how the rules work, who gets to survive, why and how, and start to live that way. Does that make sense to anybody? That's why I'm happy. That's why I'm happy. And plus the cocoa virus ain't gonna get me. And if it get me, they just get me. But I'm just gonna start all over. I can't actually die. I always thought it was crazy to put yourself through unnecessary surgery. Allow someone to cut you open for money and vanity. Absolutely, Susan, and thank you for like raising the bar to a serious level right there. You right about that. You right. That's why I try not to say I like boo-boos. I try to say it, but it just doesn't. It doesn't work, Susan. I don't know. I mean, we need to have a society where we don't break little girls, right? No little girl should be going out there to get surgery or wearing makeup, or feeling like they aren't beautiful within themselves. I try to post things where, there's no such thing as an ugly person, right? What is ugly anyway? Ugly, it's parameters that television taught you. People you don't even know, magazines that you don't even know. They're not even from your culture, your family, yourself, your essence, telling you what beautiful is because other people clap for it. So I think every child is beautiful, and we have to get back to that time. And the proof to that, Susan, is most of the people I know, you fell in love with an ugly person. I didn't fell in love with I done done it. And all of that fantasy stuff, all of that indoctrinated, this is what pretty is. All of that goes away when you fall in love with somebody. That's how you know that, ugly doesn't exist. And so I think if we lived in a perfect world, perfect society where everyone felt that they were okay, they wouldn't go have unnecessary surgery. Is always a bad thing. So thank you, Susan, for ruining that moment for me. I really appreciate it. She just ruined it. That's why I hate smart people. That's how I don't like smart. I don't like no damn smart people. Not right now, because she didn't ruin it. Because she right. She is right. I should not be cheering booby things. I shouldn't. I know, because it's not fair. All right, I'm changing. Tony started that. Tony, what's wrong with you? She's right. I gotta change my behavior. It's not gonna change what I like, but we need to more and more, I think, be a little more sensitive to the things that we do and say that damage children who are just born here. I gotta think about that even more. And maybe one day I won't like them. I don't know. All right, I'm done. Moving on. Next topic. Those are just things to think about. Sometimes you'll introduce something where you got to make some changes somewhere, and you just got to just take them and just kind of plug it back here. It's like, all right, I can't address this at the moment because I had my inner Tony and inner Susanna fighting some thoughts and the inner Gerard. I'm just going to tug it back here, and I deal with it later. But yeah, we do. It's okay for you to like what you like. Everybody should like what they like, but what you like shouldn't hurt other people. And all right, anyway, too much to think about. I got to think about it. Perception is reality. Ugly is to be unkind to the observer. Yes, Brother Clifton, love that. Absolutely. Perception is reality. It's what you're perceiving, and your perception is given to you by depending on where you were born, your religion, the people you're around, your parents, your television, your magazine. Children, they look at their parents and they mimic what their parents do. They get their personality literally from the people they spend most time with. And ugly comes from within. That's what Brother Clifton's trying to say. I think it's spot on. I agree with you. Ugly is what you do. It's your actions, the ignorance that come out your mouth. Stuff I see on Facebook all day long. I see ugly on Facebook all the time, and it's never in the profile pictures. It's in the text and things that people let come out their mouth. Knowing we got to get to the end of the level, and we need certain tools to get there. And we won't get those tools because they keep pushing people away with childish behavior. I know you're being serious. Sorry. No, Tony, no, don't have to be sorry. You got to speak you. I think that, we have to laugh our way through this. We gotta laugh. It's like the cuckoo rise. That's why I call it the cuckoo rise. We gotta laugh our way through it. You can't do nothing about it. All you can do is maintain yourself, try to maintain people around you, eat healthy, do less things that cause problems to your immune system. I mean, this one's fizzling out anyway. That's what I was talking about in the beginning, that's what Dell, the reason I followed Dell is because he ain't faking the funk. That brother, he always comes with the facts. At the end of every show, you got about 22 pharmaceutical companies going through every damn line. They're going to try to find anything to get them on, and they just can't get them. So he said at the end of it that it's dissipating, that less people are dying from it. The immune systems are figuring it out, which It makes perfectly sense, or it's getting beaten down. So I'm not worried, but I never was worried about it. I just think about all the wasted time, right? All the wasted time we spend fighting over if Assange is a good or bad guy, instead of if corporations can have secrets with government that start wars and lie about those wars, right? Fearing the cuckoo virus, and if companies, corporations, pharmaceutical companies are gonna make a vaccine in time to save us. Instead of if we should have a society that focuses on something profitable, like trying to deal with the side effect of a weakened immune system by creating vaccines, instead of teaching people what health is and eating healthy, taking the things out of the food that's helping to cause the diseases, the sugars, the glyphosate, the things we subsidize, the fertilizers, the poisons, tricking people by putting argon gas in semi trucks with tomatoes to make them look like they're ripe by the time they get to us, or just growing all truss tomatoes, knowing human beings need to eat all different types of tomatoes, and some human beings shouldn't eat tomatoes at all because they're nightshade, right? There's so many things we could be doing that prevent disease. I have no interest in like making business out of the end part of disease. Disease is a bad thing. I don't like disease. I hadn't had the stomach flu. I don't like the stomach flu, Tony. I don't like that stomach. I hadn't had it in like, dang, I had stomach flu probably 15 years. I don't like the stomach flu. Come out of both ends. How is that nice? Why is it a good idea for any corporation to make money giving me something after I got the stomach flu? I don't want to get the stomach flu. I have both ends. I like both ends to be closed for the most part. I don't like it when I can't control it. I like to control my body. I hadn't had times that stomach flu literally came out of both ends at the same damn time. Oh my God, don't let me even think about that bathroom. And I live by myself. I had to clean it all. You know, why do you want to make a business on treating the stomach flu when you know we can stop people from getting it? You know, like I don't believe in industries that, you know, I don't believe in making industries out of a problem. Why don't we solve the problem at the root? Look at the rules for the game. You can't have a pharmaceutical industry that makes money off of people getting sick. That's the dumbest thing I've ever heard. That's the most ignorant religion on the planet. You think these religions are ignorant? Think about the pharmaceutical industry. Ain't no ignorant. You don't have a faith that's more ignorant than that. They make money out of people being sick. People, we need to be healthy, but so the time we get to the end of this level and we got to fight the monster, everybody got their strengths with it. That's the dumbest thing I've ever heard. That's why I'm not interested in their flu shots and all of that nonsense. You know, if you gotta get a flu shot, it's because you don't know how to live. You don't know how to live right. You ain't living right. You don't know how to take care of your body. You need to read the manual for how this works. Not sit back and praise the pharmaceutical industry to hurry up and come up with a vaccine to fight the cuckoo virus. You need to stop being cuckoo. We need to stop having a model that's based in cuckoo. You know, a model that's based inside of this simulation that violates the rules of Mother Nature. And Mother Nature is a tyrant. They don't give two damns about whether you make it or not. That's what I'm saying. Like the whole policing. We were talking about policing on the thread a minute ago. And I forgot we were going on about police. But the whole point is that, no lives matter in a police state. You got a police state. Why are you talking about lives matter? And your life don't matter. It's a police state, man. You understand that? People say, oh, but the police need training. The police need more money. We need more police. No, we need a society that's based in sentience, not telling people what to do, not taking their rights and giving them to corporations and making laws so corporations can make big money, taking problems and making money from the sustainable, psychopathic, greedy idea that human beings are going to do what they want to do at the end of the day. They got to do certain things to survive, So no, we don't have police problems. There's no problems with the police. The police work exactly how they're supposed to. So that's what it was. Somebody asked me, they said, what's wrong with our police? And I said, well, the first problem is we got people who think they're ours. And the next problem is you think that they're police. They're not police. These literally, we live in a police state. You don't have any police in a police state. If you need police, that's a problem. You don't take a Band-Aid and wrap it around that, get more police on the street, give them more training. You're Band-Aiding a problem. Deal with the root cause. What's the root cause? Well, obviously, when you got artificial scarcity and planned obsolescence and a conflict-based, debt-based society based in capital, some people have to be poor. You got to have a lot of people on the bottom of that Ponzi scheme pyramid. You got to have a lot of people who are willing to kill, steal, rape, do crimes and violent things. And that's a bad model. And so the more you do that, the more you have of them, the more laws you got to write. So the more laws you got to write, the more criminals you have. The more criminals you have, the more prisoners you have. And it just keeps getting worse and worse and worse because we can't seem to how to look at a situation and say, here's the root problem. You don't need any more police. You need a model that doesn't require police. Right? That's how you know you have a government, is every year you need less police. If every year you need more police, every year you need more laws, you don't have a government. You have rulers, you have slave masters, they're driving a plantation. And so people just, I think a lot of this is just thinking, I mean, I don't have many contributions, to the planet. I'm just my one little piece of the human race. But my one contribution in being a systems analyst for so long is I look at systems and I try to analyze them. I try to look at them and break them down in terms of their functionality, like the design. What is the purpose? And if a system keeps creating mentally ill people, you know that system has components within it that requires people to be mentally ill. If a profit is based in war, you're not going to vote for Bernie Sanders, Democrats, or Republicans to get less war. You're not going to get a Donald Trump and get less war. Right? If taking people's rights is baked within the model systemically, you're not going to put Donald Trump in. He's going to give you your guns back or free anybody. Right? You're not going to get a republic back if the model is based in taking say from states and people. Right? And if that's my only contribution is root cause analysis, right? You have to look at how the system is designed and stop lying to yourself about its structural intention. Right? Always, that was what I posted the other day. Always consider the structural intention, ignore the hype. Consider the structural intention of a system, ignore the drama, ignore the names, ignore the identities, the political parties, the people. Are we following the rules for this game? Are we getting the grappling hook? Did we look under the black cauldron and get the witch's brew? Did we got a witch with us? We got a witch? Okay, good. Check, got the witches. We got the black people. Yeah, we taking care of them. We got them too. Okay, great. We got the white people, got the people from Ireland. Okay, we got them too, because they know how to do this. They got this functionality. We got the people in Yemen. Yet we got them. They're doing good. We're feeding them. The children are growing up. They're finding love. They're discovering sentience and consciousness. They're creating things. Have we broken apart Silicon Valley and got rid of this conflict-based system and teaching children at the age of 2 to fight each other with grades and for cookies and milk? To get the best grades, to get the best degree, to fight and beat somebody out of a job? Or are we teaching them to work together? They're a part of a human race. They're part of a planet based in a system that if we all work together, we get to the end of the level, we'll go to the next level. You see what I'm saying? Those are the rules of the game. If we're not following, if we don't read the manual for this simulation, we're going to keep repeating the same damn conflict-based violent level. And I just want it to stop. You have to wonder how different it might have been if there had been, how different it might have been. You have to wonder how different it might have been had that been caught and dealt with early on. All boats rise together. Absolutely, Sister Anna. All boats rise together. And I don't remember the comment. This was an older comment. I'm not sure exactly what we're referring to, but I'm a guess. And I think what you're kind of saying is that, if we early on learn how to catch a problem and solve it and move on, we wouldn't be where we are, right? We know how to catch on and realize that they're building a police state. They're writing more laws. They're literally taking black code and making it rainbow code. They're literally, they're not emancipating to proclamate anybody. They're creating a 13th Amendment to make sure they have permanent enslaved people. They're opening slavery up for everybody. They're not strengthening the republic. They're not giving people more rights. They're not making more sentient. They're putting people more in conflict, more and more and more and more. And this doesn't end well. If we early on catch on that the system's not designed for us, we need a whole new system. And America's fixable. Oh, it's so fixable. It's so fixable, it's ridiculous. And that's part of why, Mystery, I'm happy. It's so easy to fix America. You just have to make a system that's based for humanity. You make a system that's based in human beings being the profit of the system. You prioritize the human brain, resource-based society where everybody gets the resources they need, and our job, our model becomes cultivating the human brain and bringing out sentient development. And you measure that, right? Because I'm not sure my ideas are right. I'm not sure that Jacques Fresco and Peter Joseph, I'm not sure they all got it right. The Zeitgeist movement being, I'm sure some of it is wrong. But use data points. Right? Use data points. Are we making more sentient people? Every 5 years, you check that. Are more kids more sentient? Are they, you could use grades. I don't like grades, but just for the sake of argument, I don't believe math, science, and English are the most important subjects. I don't think there is an important subject. I think what's important to you is important to you. But are they getting better at what they love doing? Yes, they are every year. Is violent crime going down? Yes, it is. Do we need less police every year? Yes, we do. Are less kids committing suicide? Yes, we are. Is San Francisco having less poo on the street so Coco virus ain't scared to go to San Francisco? San Francisco. Yes, it is, right? Are people generally happier? What is the name of the place in off of China? Gross domestic happiness. Are the population, the happiness numbers, are they going up? Yes, they are. Is rape going down? Yes, it is. Right? And that's how you know you have a model that's working. You use measurable data to determine that you're solving things. Every year, do we have less wars? Yes, we do. Does everybody have the food? Yes, they do, all around the world. Everyone have more technology. No, don't starve other nations from technology. You give other nations technology. Why? Because their ancestors died for it just as much as yours did. Yours might have murdered those, so those resources ended up in the country you're in. But their ancestors paid the price too. Right? We are all evolving to get to this conscious point, and when you're conscious, you don't use the technology to rob and murder them anymore. And you damn sure don't support a system that's doing that. You support sending those people what they need, finding out what they need. You don't call Iran and oh, we need to steal your oil, so we need to come up with a secret way to just get in there and murderize and kill people and steal this stuff. No. Iran, what y'all need? We don't like your government. Y'all suck. That's why I need a Congress to call Iran. Look, we suck. Y'all suck too. But look, we got some technology y'all don't have that'll help you feed your people. Do you need some grow systems? Do you need some software? What you need? We got resources from all over the world. What you need? And start sending them things that the people need. And eventually we're gonna get ourselves together as a government. We're gonna get y'all together. But first, we have people all over this planet that need help. We need to stop creating little Silicon Valleys, little hoarding groups of DARPAs and skunk works that hide technology from people. Bhutan, yes it is. Thank you, Christine. And if y'all don't know what Bhutan is, y'all need to look up Bhutan. Bhutan has gross domestic happiness. They literally have a government that measures how happy the people are, and they keep changing to make sure more people are happier and happier and happier. That is what's called a government, right? That's a people for the people, by the people, designing things for. That's somebody you vote for. That's something you cheer. You don't cheer a GDP. A GDP has nothing to do with you. That is literally a number of how much profit are we making in a conflict-based system that requires oodles of poor people on the bottom who do crimes because they don't have food. They do crimes because they don't have another way out. Absolutely, a lot of good solutions out there. We don't implement them. We're not exposed to it. You know, we don't do the discourse. We don't have the discussions, and we talk about the real solutions that work in this video game. This video game has a manual, but the people who wrote the manual, they're not sharing it. You know, you make a game, you don't share that manual. You don't figure it out. You're just born. How does this world work? What works well? Well, let me see. When I feed people, wow, yeah, it works out well. Good things happen. They feed me when I feed them. This is what our small communities used to do. Small farmers and small communities. When we had a great bumper crop that year, we share with the next town over. Why? Because we might have locusts the next year. So we understood that our kids get to eat if we help their kids to eat. That's how things work together. That's what national security acts. That's what earth security acts. That's what species security is. That's what all species security is. When you make sure that the people next to you are secure, they make sure you're secure. You build teamwork. That's how you build a nation. That's how you build an earth, by getting rid of the concepts of nation. You see what I'm saying? You don't fight white privilege. You help poor white kids. You don't fight black people from the ghetto you think are dangerous. You feed their children. You don't fight immigrants running to your border. You stop blowing up their nations. All right, anyway. I don't know how we got that serious. I don't like it that serious. I think Tony and Susan did that, I think. All right, let's do some comments. I'm gonna get it. Damaged people seeking perverted means for a taste of power and control in their miserable lives. Yes, Miss Tree, but we got to admit we're miserable. People, we got to look in the mirror and admit that, yeah, we're miserable. And I'm miserable. I'm happy, but I'm miserable. I'm miserable because to live here, it means I have to step on the necks of a lot of babies around the world. And I think I know. It's not about what I think. In this system, it doesn't work. We die at the end of this level. It's written in the code of this simulation we're in. You can't murder children, and that's what God told you. Okay, I don't know why we have to say these things. Little children know it by the age of 3. You can't murder children, and if you know that, why are you voting for political parties and nations that do that? I don't know how people's heads work. Obsession, I call it. Yeah, there's a lot of obsession going around, Christine. There's absolutely a lot of obsession. Cuckoo crown virus. Corona means crown in Spain. Okay, well, you know what? The cuckoo virus is crowning DARPA. It's crowning, where they say it was developed, what, weapons lab somewhere? Was it Canada, somewhere like that, or in China? I don't know. It's damn sure a crown, and crowns need to go away. So maybe that's named right. I just prefer cuckoo, Norma, because we cuckoo. We cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. We're a cuckoo to die at the end of this level from the Demogorgon. We're cuckoo for just cuckoo things. We're just cuckoo. There ain't no sense in the clock. I try to stay away from the cuckoo. Thank you, just made my day. Well, thank you, Anna. I have no idea how I did that, but I'll try to do it again. Because when Anna is happy, the people around Anna is happy. I don't know how I did that, but I want to do a lot more of that. When you make other people smile, that's sustainable. Happy people do happy things. They do happy things around them. But you're pissed off. You piss off the cop. You say something, get an attitude with him. You pull him over, and the cop was happy because it was early in the morning. He had his donuts and coffee, and he dealt with your little ignorant behind. That black guy's mad. You know what do you think that cop gonna do later on in the day? You grown. You know the law. Maybe you can get away with it. What do you think that cop gonna do at noon when he got to pull over some little minority or some little poor white kid with a mullet who doesn't know how to speak to him? He already pissed off. Now he's pissed off. You done tweaked him. You got him upset and angry. Now he's gonna make somebody else pay, because that's what misery does. Misery loves company. And when you make other people miserable, you spread that misery. Now some people can't help it. I get it. It's a lot of people in Black Lives Matter. They grew up rough. I get that. But if you understand what I'm saying, then you need to live it. Right? If you got that privilege of being able to put together critical thought and realize that loving people brings out love in people. Making them miserable brings out misery. And it becomes this sustainable cycle. So now you're upset at the end of the day because a cop in your neighborhood shot some kid, and that was the cop that pulled you over because you pissed him off, and you don't realize you were a part of that. But you're mad at the white people, you're mad at the police. That's why I speak the way that I do. And it works all ways. It has nothing to do with black and white people. It's just people. You're born in a place. Are you trying to make the place a better place? Are you trying to leave the earth a better place than what you found it? Or are you just trying to get points for it? Just trying to get on TV, yelling, being ignorant? Same damn thing. Works all the way around. All right, anyway. Good morning, Linda. Good morning, Lori. Good morning, Tony. What's that, Megs? I agree. That's why when you start falling in love with someone, suddenly you start getting hit on wherever you go. That's funny how that works, Megs, isn't it? When you fall in love with somebody, people start glowing. Human beings glow. Oh, Lord, Megs, don't even get me started. You know, y'all got biophotons. Y'all know that, right? You know you glowing. Everybody glow. When they say that, they're not lying. There have been scientifically documented cases of human beings, their toes glowing, the forehead glowing. They study people. They put people in darkness for 3 days, and they literally glow. And it does have something to do with your happiness, your energy, your food, and the happier you are, the more you glow. That's not a fake thing. That might be one of them 200 censors from the Egyptians, but you glow. When you fall in love, everybody should fall in love. Fall in love with yourself, fall in love with somebody else, fall in love with your human race, fall in love with your planet, fall in love with nature, fall in love with being in love. Absolutely, absolutely. But when you fall in love, you don't see ugly in that person no more. You don't see, let's say, unattractiveness, right? You don't see that dot on their nose. You don't see that crooked ear. You don't see one eye's kind of focused this way and the other. I'm sorry, I think that's funny about the human race. I look at people's profile pictures, I look at mine sometimes like, dang, you guys ain't even straight. There's not a human being with straight eyes on this planet. That's not how predators work. Everybody's eye a little cocky. Everybody lie a little cocky. There ain't no two boobies the same size. All the boobies are different sizes. All the ears, there ain't no two ears the same size. There ain't no two nostrils the same size. There is no symmetry. Symmetry is fake news. That's not pretty. But when you fall in love with somebody, you stop seeing those things, and all you start seeing is that heart, that's in them, that glow, whatever you want to call it. Let me see. I think it's G. I think G is doing cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. Well, no, John the Earth is doing cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. We're cuckoo for anything that's puffy. We're cuckoo for all kind of puffy things. Cuckoo for shiny things. We got that monkeyism. That you government give you something shiny, you're okay with murder. Just give me my health care, give me my Medicare, give me my wall. You know, there's something wrong with us when it comes to that. We need to stop being cuckoo for things. You know, I'm not saying vaccines are bad. I'm not saying that. I don't know nothing about them. I know. All I know is we should not be creating systems that require things that are unnatural. Right? That's the problem. I mean, part of the reason why I listen to Del Bigtree is because we have literally endless plagues all over this world, all over. Plague. We have never been this sick in the history of the human race. People say, oh yeah, we live longer. Yeah, we do. Depending on how you define live. They got a bunch of things they can pump in your body and keep your body alive. I wouldn't call that living. But when we have the most prolific plagues all over this planet, and the industries that are put in place that's supposed to be curing those plagues, stop curing them, that sound like a business to anybody? Right? If your job is preventing the plague or stopping the plagues, and you realize you can make more money just giving people on the back end of the plague, now you got endless plagues. There was a time we only had one plague, black plague, the bubonic plague. You had a few plagues. Now you have endless plagues. You have so many plagues. The hospitals, so the doctor went from being one doctor for 3-4 towns. Doctor was Doctor had to get his medicine bag and his horse. He had to go find sick people. Had to ride 3-4 towns to find a sick person. Now you got medical complexes. They didn't put a hospital up down the street from me about the size of an Amazon factory. That many dead people. I mean, that many dying people. That's why I listen to Del Bigtree, because he's the only one who's taking on that industry that's supposed to be solving problems, but they're making a whole lot of money, if not ignoring the causes and just treating. Let me see. I had surgery on mine. Tell me, I'm not brave. Cutting and shortening an eye muscle hurts like a mofo. Yeah, I know it does, Miss Tree. That's why I'm blind as a bat. Hell no, you ain't cutting me. You ain't cutting me. I don't care what nobody says. It doesn't matter. You know, not with me, because I don't really care what anybody thinks. Little kids are supposed to. That's why I don't want to say, oh, this is pretty, because that's wrong. I get that. I'm trying to figure out how to get past that. But my eyes are blind. If they ever say, oh, it's not sexy for men to be blind, can't see nothing, I'm like, so you ain't cutting into me. I'm gonna go get that eye surgery, Miss Tree, but I'm waiting for version 8.0. I don't ever go with 1.0 anything. 1.0 was always buggy. And then right now with the eye surgery, LASIK or whatever it's called, I think they're on version 3. I'm gonna wait till 8. I'll take my blurry red. Ain't much I want to see out here, Miss Tree. Ain't much I want to see. It's just Americans. I know they robbing each other, killing each other, fighting each other, voting to steal something from somebody. I'm not interested in seeing things. I live in my blurry world, but yeah, surgery is always a bad idea. You're never supposed to cut inside the human body. All right. This happened back in the 80s to me. One learns the nasty truths about fast food for sure. Yeah, it does, Carolyn. And back then, the fast food wasn't as bad as it was back then. Now it's, whew, we should know by now. Happy Meals and not for happiness. Do they still make Happy Meals? I don't know. I have not been to McDonald's in a very long time. My kids, I don't even know, I don't know how they get to McDonald's. I don't think they even know Ronald is the dude. When we were kids, that was everything. Now we know that's making everybody sick, then why are we eating it? You know, it's not that McDonald's is bad. I don't blame McDonald's. I don't blame Burger King. I don't blame the Democrats, the Republicans, the kings, and the lords. This is a game. We're either observing nature, figuring out how to win the game, or we're not. We're figuring the rules out, or we're reading the manual. And we're not doing it. You know you eat fast food, you're gonna die. What's the debate? What do we want to talk about? You eat a bunch of pesticide, you're gonna die. right? You know, you give that habit to your kids, and you cook them the same things you've been cooking your life that's been making you as sick as hell, on drugs just to live, ambulances taking you out your house 1, 2, 3 times a decade, all kind of medical problems, and you give that life to your kid, they gonna die too. We know that. That's simple. That's a no-brainer. You hate work, so why you want your kids to work? I don't understand the work part. This whole slavery thing really gets me. You hate work. You hate Monday morning. I just hate Monday, but Monday in America, you got to see all the memes. Oh, I hate Monday. Oh, I hate Monday. Ha ha, we hate Monday. Okay, we hate Monday. Let's get rid of Monday. Oh, love Friday. Love Friday. Ooh, it's the weekend. Yay! I get to go be free for a day and a half and then try to rest and clean up my big ignorant McMansion before I fight climate change. If we hate it, let's get rid of it. 80% of the jobs people do, automation can already do. So why are we even having a discussion? You know you hate life, you hate your job, you don't like it, you don't like going into it. Why would you put that on your children? There's a difference between, once again, a government and tyrants. If you want your kids to be free, then you need to stand up for things that will make them free. You got a Venus Project and a Zeitgeist movement in your area you can be a part of. You got an Ubuntu movement. You know the resource-based economy is. You can post that all day. You know, you can start discussions with your friends, you know, or you could just be ignorant and just want to pass them the same chattel slavery that was handed down to you. Healthy people don't need a doctor. Exactly, Brother Jack, they don't. And if you said that to me 20 years ago, I'd have been like, this dude crazy, man. What's wrong with him? He think food is medicine. What the hell's wrong with this? What's his name, Jack Hall? What are you on, drugs? He out there smoking some tweeds or something with Daniel now? You said, but then I realized, I learned, I educated, I realized I was wrong. Damn it, now I'm eating, I'm named one of the main proponents. Eat your damn food. How are we gonna stop the cuckoo virus? Drink a smoothie. I posted my nasty breakfast this morning. Avocado ice cream. I had that with some blueberries. Eat raw food. Why? Because we have all eaten raw food. No, but meat? Shut up. Stop it. Come on now. That's technology. You are an herbivore. You can play all you want with other people. You're not going to play with me. If you want to eat meat, then eat your meat. But don't come to me lying and tell me that meat is good for your body. Your body can derive things from meat. However, the minute it hits your tongue, your white blood cells respond vigorously. We might be evolving to eat meat. We can eat cardboard. This is real talk, real talk. We can if you're trapped on a deserted island, all we got is cardboard island. That's all, because you got little kids making little cardboard simulators because for the daddy like airplanes. You can derive nutrients from cardboard. Doesn't mean you should eat it. I'm not saying don't eat. I don't tell nobody what to do with nothing. I'm just saying that you need to try some things and see what works for your body. I tried things and that's exactly what worked for my, but I didn't try it for a week. I didn't try vegetarianism for a month. I didn't try it for a few months. I did it. I did the damn thing and I realized what Brother Jack is saying is true. I was like, damn, that's crazy. Then again, I think about it, that God thing said that, said it anyway, created a Garden of Eden. Then we became technivores. We decided we didn't want to eat raw food. We didn't want to eat fruits and vegetables that had low sugar content. We wanted to hybridize plant and eat the most delicious, really sweet, super sugary ones, which aren't as bad as artificial sugar, but you're literally stopping the ecosystem from producing. And this is where I'm hitting the vegans and vegetarians and supposedly sustainable people. They think, oh yeah, we eat organic, yeah, we grow organic food and fruits and you know, if you were buying your seeds from the store and they're not open air pollinated, you're not saving your seeds. Everybody got their levels to go to. Everybody has, you know, the seed, it passes down learned behaviors to the next generation, right? And if you're getting the same cuttings from the same seeds, from the same plants, from some country that you don't even live in, that's get exposed to bacteria that's not even in your environment. Yeah, that's why we don't talk about people. This is why it's important not to do. Everybody has levels to go. Everybody's got to keep, as soon as you learn how this game works, rules of the game, follow the rules of the game. And the rules of your body tells you that pesticides should not be in your body. The rules of the game tell you should not have EMF pollution everywhere. The rules of the game says if you eat meat, you don't eat a whole bunch of it. Don't eat a whole bunch of it. Don't be ignorant. I'm gonna be on the, what is that, the keto diet? Is that the keto diet? Where they think they can eat a bunch of chicken and bacon and they gonna make it to the end of the level and everything gonna be okie dokie. Like, oh Lord, I tell you what, but the pharmaceutical industry, them owning these companies and owning advertising and owning these social media, boy, they know what they're doing. They know what they're doing. They give people a lot of ridiculous concepts. All you got to do is just check the science. That's all you got to do. Science is a wonderful thing. So is religion. I don't hate religion. I don't hate scriptures. But do your homework. All right. But we work for each other and our community's well-being, not the system. Absolutely. Well, I think we should work for like community to community mix. Work for each other. Build up the community. Kind of ignore things you hear at a distance from another country, because usually they lie about what's happening in other land. Usually when the kings and lords go over there, they lie about Iran. They lie about North America. They lie about the Irish. They lie about the Scottish. They lie about whoever they find in Africa. They tell you that the pagans. That's why I don't watch the mainstream news. That's what I say. Keep your community small within a small, trustable community. I don't think we evolved big enough to have nations. I think that we should be more tribal till we rediscover consciousness or something like that. You know, and then vegans. I guess I hit the meat eaters a little bit. Same thing with the vegans. Y'all need to stop with this aggressiveness, telling people what to do. You know, you're killing people. I don't know you know that, but you are killing people. You literally are making people hate the idea of eating fruit and vegetables. And that's where these keto diet things come from. They just want to eat meat because they're tired of your ignorant behind. Stop being ignorant. You know, love people. We got to stop telling each other what to do. People can evolve to eat just fruits and vegetables. They probably could evolve to eat meat at some point in time in the future. But when you crash people because you shame them into eating what you eat, you can kill people that way. Human body's got to make changes over time. There are people who derive things from meat that they find trouble deriving from anything else. But they follow your ignorant behind and they give it up and they don't get that. What is that? B12? Some people need B12, I think it is. And they don't get that because they're eating fruits and vegetables. It comes from Dookie. I hate to tell you this, but it comes from Dookie. That's the thing that comes from Dookie. And it gets rubbed off. You can get it out of meat. You can get it rubbed off sometimes on fruits and vegetables, but they don't have that. They die. You know, there are fruits and vegetables that make it. Why? Because, we started on fruits and vegetables. But if they can't find it and they just want to be like you because you shame them into being vegan because you like the bunny rabbits while you love your cat, but you're cheering and voting for a system that kills human beings, then they end up getting sick and dying. Things change, but they got to change slow. All the Canova virus looked like a crown under the microscope. Oh, that's what it looks like? Is that, okay, maybe that's where it got its name from. I don't know. I'm not even paying attention to it. I don't really care about it. These things are way out of my control. What's within my control is I can make an avocado ice cream raw breakfast so I don't create problems for my immune system today. I'm still gonna drink my coffee. It's working for me. All right, government to us, while they are funded on these things, yeah, they are funded. They're funded on death, Kim. They're funded on death. That's why I appreciate what this brother said. George Hotz, where he said government, it's a fake cheat code. You know, it's a fake cheat code. It makes us more comfortable. But having government or politics to rob other people, rob Peter to pay Paul, it's a fake cheat code. You're gonna have to deal with the problem later. You know, all they do is kick the can down the road. That's why we have a police state. They just kick the can down the road. They're not solving anything. They basically create industries on problems by not solving them. Innovators solve things, right? Innovators, for the same reason Silicon Valley does it. Not just because it's fake, but it doesn't solve any problems. They're there to make money. They're not there to solve problems. And if the people paying the most money are murdering people with bombs, then the problems they got to solve is how to kill more people, not how to feed more people. You know, and so the design of government's not evil. It's just stupid. And we allow it to stay the way it is. We cheer it, we vote for it. We are trying to give it more and more power. And we know at its structural intention, it creates more mental illness. It has a component that creates more poverty. It has a component that creates more crime. It has a component that creates more war. And so we know we got updates to make. But we're faking, we're pretending we're not making any updates. No, we're faking and we're pretending and not making the updates. It's like I was thinking about the other day. It's like we need to take America back to customer service. Let me see if I can find a customer service desk. Oh. Customer service desk, specifically at Walmart. We gotta take America back, people. I don't know if y'all got to take Britain back or something, you know, but we got to take America back. It's not what we were told as far as advertisement. Let me find somebody at the customer service desk. Like right here, like I'm trying to take somebody. We got to take America back. We got to take these conflict-based, debt-based, slavery-based, forced labor-based systems right back to the customer service desk. So, excuse me. Yeah, this isn't the product I was advertised. I don't have free speech. I don't have free this. I don't have free that. I don't have a freedom to go here. I don't have a Bill of Rights. Nobody's respecting that. I don't have own my own land. I don't get to grow my own food. I don't even get to determine the type of water I drink. I got a problem, man. Can you help me? And she's like, yeah, we can help you, but you're gonna have to take America off first. We come up to the desk and Karen look back there and she see, oh, well, how come you got Democrats and Republicans still voting? They're still wearing it. Wait a minute, you can't return that shirt if you got somebody wearing it. You got to stop wearing it. This is the whole walk away theory, right? We need to take this thing back. We need to take the car back to the mechanic shop, but you can't take it back to the mechanic shop while other people still driving it. That's why I think it's a discussion. Not voting will help anything, but you can't return a product that you're still using. Right? It's all based in consent. As long as you consent to it, it's all still being utilized. We need to put this mother back in the box, wrap that plastic around that bus, some tape on that thing, and write broke as hell on the front. The problem is broke. Get that customer service lit. Well, what's wrong with the product? The damn thing doesn't do anything it's supposed to do. It's supposed to be a government. It's not governing. It's just a tyrannical kill system. All right. It was made in a lab in China. They bought the virus from a North Carolina lab, then GMO it with 2 other viruses. Okay, all right. Well, Betty, and you're looking at it. I haven't been looking at it. And it doesn't surprise me. Doesn't surprise. All of that's profitable. All of that's profitable, so it makes perfectly good sense. And we deserve every last bit of kick that cocoa virus has to give us. We paid for it. We paid for it, we cheered it, we supported it. We allowed governments to keep making murder systems and ignoring poor people and sharing those systems with people in China, governments who want to murder their people, and it just makes perfectly good sense. And you decide as a group how to handle problematic issues and people that arise. You absolutely got to do that as a group, man. It's called discourse. It's called working with people instead of like forcing people to be like you. Absolutely. Misery really does breed contempt and foster hell on earth to others. It does, Miss Tree, and it does a phenomenal job of that. It does a phenomenal job of that. We need less misery. There's a movie called Misery. Isn't that the name of that movie, Misery? Is that the name of that movie where that woman took that man, the guy crashed his car? And because he had a broken leg, she kept breaking his leg. I think it's called, the movie is Misery. Misery just makes more misery. And then what did he do? He ended up killing her. Isn't that the name of that movie? That was crazy, scary. Yeah, oh my God. Yes, that's it right there. Look at his face right there. Look at it. Look at it. That's her. That's her. Right there. You know what she reminded me of? Who said that? Was it Miss Tree? She reminded me of the, yesterday. Link came out. Woman in Florida. Put a man in a suitcase. Put the man in a suitcase and wanted him to die in the suitcase. I'm sorry, it's not funny. It's not funny at all. It's not funny, but when you literally make a society full of mentally ill people, then yeah, women's supposed to put men in suitcases and wait till they die. Women's supposed to grab men from car accidents and keep breaking their ankles once every couple of weeks to make sure they can't get out of bed. Like, we literally made this society. We are accountable. I'm sorry, this movie's scary as hell. You say, oh hell, she got a little weight on her and she's a woman, but oh, she can handle the man. Everybody has a bad day. Everybody has a bad day. And when your bad day comes, she'll grind up some glass, she'll put some poison in your smoothie, she'll put something, because you're gonna have a bad day in America one day. And when America has a bad day, I know. When America has a bad day, you ain't gonna get out that hammer. They're gonna get together with Puerto Rico, they're gonna get together with Bolivia, they're gonna get together with Venezuela and China and Russia, and they're gonna exploit your bad day. Because you had a chance to feed the world, you had a chance to fix the real problems, and you taking on the highest accountability, being big brother of all all the resources we stole around the world, had a chance to act like you were a sentient creature, a sentient nation, but instead you decide to stay a psychopath, keep hammering and keep beating up the poor, steal what they got. No man is an island. Yes, it is you. The elite are predators, like you mentioned yesterday, Susan. They study their prey and they're patient. They study us for our weakness, and we have been their prey for centuries. They know us better than we know ourselves easily. Yes, they do, Jonathan. They know us better because they got cameras everywhere. They watch everything. They listen to everything. They record everything. They get all the metadata, and they know how to control us. They absolutely are our predators. It's a stupid idea to keep voting for them. Sorry, it is. We don't have a model that's designed for people, and we're people. We have a model that's designed for corporations, and we keep voting for a model that's designed for corporations, but we're people. We're biological creatures, and we wonder where the cuckoo virus comes from. The cuckoo virus comes from the fact that we're cuckoo. Nature's trying to kill us, and it's going to get us because we're not following the rules of the game. We got to get together with all our resources. We get to the end of the level, learn how to fight, get the guy with the grappling hook, get the lady with the witch potions, get the people with the free energy, get the people with the engineering, shut down the things that get in our way, like Pentagon, shut down the war and the violence that gets in our way, shut down the poverty that slows us down, makes our team weak, and get to the end of this level with the human race, or we just die. There's no winning being a fool. You're never going to win being a fool. Every house divided against itself will die, and it's going to hurt, and it's supposed to. Calling them elite gives them too much credit, IMO, and partially protects them. I know it does, Megs. It does. But it's true. It's true. Yeah, I know calling them the elite like they're the elite of us and words are important and all that. But these people, like I said yesterday, they vote for them. They buy from them. They work from them. They believe their news. They get scared when they're told to be scared. They buy what they're told to buy. How is that not elite? That is elite. They're not elite. I get what you're saying. I totally get what you're saying. They're not elite. But in function, the people, they treat them like they're the master. My God, they write laws that they're not even subject to. Their kids aren't even subject to those laws. They're not elite. They're just smart. They're psychopathically smart. But for most people, they are. They're not elite to me. To me, they're just people. To me, people are just people, but they're held up by people who think they're elite. They're a cabal. That is very true. They are a cabal, but functionally, for most people, they are elite. They are chattel slavery proponents that they want their children to be enslaved to just as well. They're a predator class. They are. That's all it is, Anna, because you got and I like that word too, Anna, because you got the you got the underclass, you got the lower class, you got the middle class, you got the upper class, and none of them own any resources. None of them. They own the damn thing. They're all poor. And you got the predator class. And these are the people that own banks. These are the people that own central banking. These people own industries. They own nations, right? And that's the problem. It's the system that they designed. Predator class farms the prey class, right? Oh, go on, Clifton. Go on with that. Yes, I love that analogy. Because we are a human farm, or we're being human farmed. You got a predator class, and they pit everybody against each other. They pit the lower class against the underclass, and the lower class against the middle class, and the upper class, and everybody's fighting amongst themselves. The same way to do with these races and religions and nations and dumb stuff. And the predator class rides at the top, farming everybody who has no clue. And we end in this system. We all die at the end of the level. Nobody has any coins, and we start back over at the caveman days. Who was the one who said that? I don't know what weapons World War III will be fought with, but World War IV will be sticks and stones. And that is very true. Who said that? Good question. Medical complexes and mega churches, right? Oh, go on, Max, with it, right? And look at who's thriving in the bad times. If you're in bad times and you don't have enough, and most people don't have enough, look who's thriving. The church is getting bigger and bigger, ain't they? The pharmaceutical industry. And that, to a degree, is probably a side effect, though, because people run to church for help because they think they know who made the simulation. They think they know who made the game. They think they're going to get the rules for the game from the church. And I think they're partially right, not 100% right. I think that the core is right. love one another, care for each other, take care of each other, don't bomb each other. But the kings took over the churches a long time ago. And that's pretty much what the whole book of Revelation was about, is that literally your church was taken over. And your church becomes the great harlot. And we don't have to go through all the details of that. But you're literally running to the people in league with the demons that caused all the problems. So that's why the churches get bigger and bigger and bigger. And poor homeless people ain't got no food, water, nothing. Got to shoot other people and join gangs and white nationalists and Ku Klux Klan right outside the shadows of the church. Because they're in bed, because they get tax breaks. They get tax breaks. And they've become more of a business. That's why I don't affiliate myself with anything. Like I said, Christ is one of my teachers, but as far as like being affiliated with any of these psychopathic antichrist, yeah, it tastes too much like antichrist to me. I can't really mess around with that. What are your thoughts on the coronavirus? Oh, the coronavirus, Daniel? What's the coronavirus? I don't know what the coronavirus is. My thoughts haven't changed since the beginning of the video, brother. I don't really care. My thoughts on the cuckoo virus is my thoughts on every virus that's ever getting created. That's my thoughts on poverty. It's my same thought on weapons of mass destruction. My same thought on tanks and Silicon Valley. If we invest any of our resources in our own demise, we will demise. We'll get to the end of the level and we won't have the people we need with us, and the Demogorgon at the end of the level is going to kill us. So to me, every virus is the same. They're all caused by the same thing. We hide technology from third world nations, so it allows bacteria and viruses to cultivate in people we could help. And we don't help them because we don't care. We don't think that we're related to them when it comes back to get us. Or we have bioweapons, the labs that make them. So whatever happens with the cuckoo virus, I mean, it's dissipating out according to Dell, and I think he's right. But whatever it becomes, we deserve it. So I'm not scared of it. Like, I literally made my bed. I was a part of the system. I made my bed. I spilled the milk, and I'm gonna walk in the kitchen. If we slip on the milk, that was our choice. We could have cleaned up the milk. We decided not to. We know the rules of the game. We know how nature works. We just don't want to follow the rules of the game. We don't think we're in a simulation. We don't think we're in somebody else's game. We think we have authority. We think our governments have authority, and nature rules all, and nature won't let you break its rules. You know what? I want the brother to say it. I want that brother to say it. Oh, it's a deep brother. Great conversations with him. George Hotz. I understand software engineers. I understand hackers. Unfortunately, that's kind of where I got my start. So I understand what they're saying, but it was a good question towards the end of the interview. Hang on.
So this is a weird talk. I like that. Yeah, it's not going to give you any actionable insights.
Right question.
Not predicting anything concrete for the future. And it's also a bit offensive. Would imagine that we're written in one of these sort of high-level languages, and the exploit's going to have to be exceedingly clever.
You're talking about how his talk was offensive in the beginning, and it is.
So yeah, my guess is So yeah, I mean the like why our video games don't look like this. I'm really excited if anybody have reached that level yet. So it may be possible if we put the right AI algorithms in Skyrim for one of these NPCs to actually start to become aware that they are in Skyrim. Yeah.
And the moment when he realized that he was in a simulation basically changed the whole game. So I'm not a programmer, so I only understood half of what you said. But if there is someone like the Truman Show who's controlling what we're doing here, maybe it is not technically necessary to only control it, like the upper world technically, but intentionally.
Yes.
So how do you see this?
So 2 points. One, the Truman Show, everybody else in the Truman Show were actors who were in on it, right? I'm assuming that all of you are not in on it. You might be, but I don't think that you are. Our government lets people talk about trying to overthrow the government all they want. If they actually got close to doing it, ooh, that's a whole different story. So I bet they just don't really see me as a threat if they're paying attention at all.
So if we could break out of this universe, assuming we could, at some point in the future, then we're going to be in some other place. Who's to say that that's the end state and there's nothing else to break out of from that perspective? Isn't it turtles all the way down?
All right, that's beyond what the question.
Technically, but intentionally.
Yeah.
This is how you see this?
Hypothesis argument actually holds up, but it's all about how you're sampling. Same across the multiverse. Then what I'm saying descends. If we put the right AI out, easy to imagine. But
if we are trying to become from an NPC to a PC in our simulation, why are we so lucky to be the first ones in a simulation to be able to?
It was a question on cheat codes.
I don't know.
I don't know if I'm gonna find it. So.
I mean,
it was a great talk.
I can see kind of where our programming languages are going, the direction to look, and it kind of continues on a quest that you.
That's it. Anyway, I'm not gonna waste your time. So the point was, they asked him the question, said, well, are there cheat codes? Something to that effect. I think one of the brothers, Clifton, said he watched it. Correct me if I'm wrong, but you should definitely watch it. It was a great talk by this brother. So there are any cheat codes? And he said, would you create cheat codes, right? When you create a simulation, are you going to create any cheat codes? Probably not. You probably won't even create an environment that your avatars will become aware. But nature is the ultimate tyrant. You can pretend that nature doesn't write the rules, but nature writes the rules. And he said it a whole lot better than I do, so I'm not even going to waste your time with it. I want you to watch the whole thing. I got to get going. But it was a phenomenal talk. Right? We are beholden to something that writes all the rules. And we don't like to listen to the rules. We like to make up our own. We think that we're going to get somewhere by constantly trying to pretend that we can make things up as we go. And we can't. Governments aren't a way out. They're not, you can't create, all you're doing is shifting problems, right? The things from the dark ages, like we say, they're all legislated now. They never stopped. They're still happening. We just created governments that became lucky and won World War II and created central banking and enslaved us all. So we live a little bit better, robbing from everybody else, pretending that we're better and we're not. And nature has payback that's coming because nature has that karma rule. System was talking about earlier. It's coming back for us. You're not going to cheat the system. This was a program. You need to listen, try to listen to programmers, listen to systems analysts. Have a very simple mind that says, okay, well, we created this thing, and in this system of a video game on this level, it's supposed to create this. We, the people, are supposed to do things for the people, and it's not doing that. Obviously, the system isn't designed to do that. Can we overthrow the government of our body? It's a good question, Clifton. I'm gonna take the escape and just say that we are a whole, and we are individual cells from within a whole, and I think that everybody should be self-governed. I believe in sovereignty. I think you let all the cells do what they do in the natural ecosystems on this planet, like the bunnies, the lions, the bacteria. Everything's knows its job and it goes to do that. I think all we can do is fix the environment so that all the cells behave as they should be. Stop polluting the environments with control, breaking natural laws, breaking the rules of the games, using rules of violence and aggression, using laws backed up by police states and threats and prisons. And then all the cells behave as they should. I think there are too many cells to be controlled, brother. I think there are too many people. If there really are 7 billion or 8 billion people on this planet, we need to create systems that help them self-manage. I don't think we need governments to govern them. I don't like the word of governing at all. Because we need all the individual cells to be self-thinking, critical thinking, and they know their jobs. Let them go do their jobs. A good example of that would be like teachers. Right? I don't believe in the education. I don't believe in the Department of Education because I don't believe in telling, professional teachers what to do. A teacher is a cell. It went to school. It's a professional. It learned how to do its job. Let it be a professional. Same thing with doctors. They're healers. They go to school. They learn their job. They have love. They were raised in the school. They work together as a collective, not fight each other over conflict to make more money, and let them go do their job and trust them. Police, same thing. When we centrally manage things, we break them. So I don't really believe in governing professionals. Can we overthrow nature, fight her flow, as we are separate from our maker. Absolutely not, Clifton. We're in the game. And whoever wrote this Donkey Kong, this isn't Donkey Kong, this is Mario Brothers. Whoever wrote this game has certain rules. And we got to play by those rules. We can't beat those rules. We're literally owned by the creator of this system. I don't think we can break out of it. I don't think we should try, right? Because that's the end of the game. And then even if we broke out of this simulation and we were Mario, imagine if you were Mario and you got out of Nintendo. How well would Mario do in this world? Mario wouldn't make it at all. I think, us being on the level we are, I think we need to be happy with the level we are and not try to break the system. If anything, figure out how to thrive within it. We have a set of rules we have to follow. And I think we live in a great simulation. I think we do. I mean, think about it. Our simulation is not based on murder. When you murder people, bad things come back and happen to you. When you do foul things come back to you. We lucked up. Whoever programmed this stuff, Mother Nature, God, microbiology, fungi, whatever, it knows what it's doing. It created we only survive working together as a collective, and we only survive in the environment, working with the environment. We literally got to take care of the environment for it to take care of us. We have to create oxygen to have any sort of a stable ecosystem, right? Eventually, this planet is going to kill us if we don't get off of it, which is another great thing. It means we got to work together and make some starships and spaceships and take the ecosystem with us, or otherwise we're going to die. I mean, the rule of this game is work together, and that's awesome. As opposed to get as many coins as you can and beat out other people. I think that's a great thing. I wouldn't want to leave this simulation. I think we just have to learn how to live together and accept the rules of love and equality. All right. Suggestion: move that body. It makes for a healthy body. It does, Rebecca. That's another rule of the system. That's another rule. When you ask nurses, we got a bunch of nurses here. They know when people are gonna die, when they stop moving. You aren't moving, you have a sedentary lifestyle, you work for corporations, you work for these killers and murderers and black markets and Silicon Valleys that make you sit on your butt. It debilitates your immune system. You aren't moving, you're gonna get every disease that's coming for you outside of having 5G, 4G, and glyphosate. You gotta keep moving. It's a rule of the system. When you stop moving, you're gonna die. I got nurse friends who say, we know within a week, because he just decided to stop getting up in the morning. When he stopped moving, we knew he was gonna die. I love this simulation and honor it. I do too, Stellar. I don't understand it completely, but I accept that, I'm a little piece of the system. I'm a little piece of the system, and I simply want to do my part. As a cell, microbiology in the system, I'm learning how the rules work. And as the rules work, I'm learning, okay, I need to go repair this over here. I need to go fix this over here. Think about the human body and how it works. It's a wonderful, wonderful simulation. You literally got to love other people to survive. That's a great game. You have to work to, what's something weird, Stellar? Is my kids and I growing up, we've never played a video game opposing each other. Like, I like strategy games. I like games to make them think. I really didn't like the games where they're just kind of running around. I guess they call them first-person shooter, the Doom type games. And so we would play simulation strategy games, but I never let us oppose each other. I don't even know if they know that. Most you play games like, oh, we're fighting each other, we're trying to win. Stellar, we used to play Monopoly. I'd be the first kid upstairs crying. I was the youngest. And so we played Monopoly, mom and dad, and everybody got their bank and their money, their properties and stuff. I didn't understand the rules of the game. I was young. I'd lose all my money, and I'd go upstairs crying. I don't let my kids play those games. Since they were kids, we would play a strategy. We'd all be on the same side fighting the computer. We are all a part of a collective, and I like this idea that we have to work together as communities or we don't make it. There's nothing more beautiful than that simulation. Nothing more beautiful. If we were in a psychopath simulation, we got psychopaths all in our simulation, but they're part of the simulation too, and we got to help them or we still don't get anywhere. We need the psychopaths at the end of the level. Oh, that fits with me. That fits with the whole analogy. Warrior genes. That's why they call them the warrior genes, because psychopaths literally have things flipped in them to do certain tasks. We need our doctors who are psychopathic at the end of the game. We need those warrior genes flipped on. We need everybody's resources, everybody's abilities at the end of the game. All right. I really just love food. Lori, I love food too, but food will kill you, girl. It'll save your life. And the wrong food, well, food. There's food and there's food-ish. All right, Lori. Being raised in America, we ate a lot of food-ish. And food-ish will kill you. It'll help your immune system contract the cuckoo virus. I love food, but I'm teaching my body to eat more. I love food-ish, and I'm teaching my body to eat more food. Oh, so it's tapping again, Patricia. All right, well, I'm about to run out of here. Let me see. We have chickens here every day, fresh eggs. Can't eat them too much. No, like Christine, balance. Let me see. I think I'm shaking. Hold on. You drink too much coffee. I probably do. Chickens. That's another good example, Christine, is if your government loves you, they'd stop giving you welfare and they'd start giving you chickens. Why? Because chickens are a sustainable food. They're a creature that if you love them and take care of them, they will feed your entire family, right? You can't always plant seeds, but you can always feed a chicken that literally eats bugs and scrap and will bring you eggs. A government that loves you would give you seed, chickens, and land to live. That's good. That's governing. Right? Giving you welfare, giving you a fish, that's not governing. That's somebody trying to control you. That's that old saying, right, Christine? Teach a person to fish as opposed to giving them a fish, right? Teaching them to fish is sustainable, but governments are based in getting power. You don't get power from making people sustainable, helping them to sustain themselves. You gain power from making them dependent on you. Absolutely. Someone related last evening that the Pope was a cuckoo virus. The Pope has the cuckoo virus? Well, well, mystery. I don't want to say anything mean. Say something mean and delete your video. They don't let you post it. I'm gonna let that just do it. I'm saying us as a world deserve the cuckoo virus. We deserve Zika. Well, no. Take that back. We earned something significantly worse, but it hasn't come yet. It hasn't come yet. We've earned World War III, actually. We've earned extinction. We've earned all those things. We haven't gotten it yet. That's why I love this simulation. It's a great simulation. We keep getting chance after chance after chance after chance. And hopefully we'll take this chance and we'll say, you know what? We need to prevent these viruses from coming out. We're actually going to start only supporting people in power, if you will, who are trying to create a planet where we're not creating people with debilitated immune systems and poverty that create more viruses that can end up killing us. Focus on the prevention, or we're just waiting to die at the end of the level. Yeah, Megs, I'm sorry, I wish you didn't say that. That was the creepiest thing in yesterday's video from Del Bigtree. He mentioned they got a pregnant registry. A pregnancy registry. That bothers me. I don't even think the government should know that you're pregnant, let alone experiment on you and to be able to have you in a registry. I have an issue with people who claim the authority who want to put you in a database. The government needs to have less power. It doesn't need any more power. It doesn't need to know where you are, where you are, what you're doing, who you're doing it with, when you're doing it, why you're doing it. The cells, that's all about control, what we were talking about a minute ago. That's them trying to control things. They need to know less and control less. They need to start accepting the rules of this simulation, not making up rules as they go because they're trying to be omnipotent because they want to know every damn thing. That's created so many problems, it's ridiculous. Yeah, there's slavery, Lori, that's right. That's exactly what it is. They're just trying to create more power. They target the family to separate them from their children, to indoctrinate and farm them. All they do, Clifton, they steal children every day. Every day they've made human trafficking systems and they've legislated. They steal children every day for any reason you can think of. They absolutely do, and people will capitulate. Those of us who speak out, we're just grown. Our kids are grown, and we're like, okay, now it's time to fight for the people who can't fight. Right? You're not going to fight foster care if you got children. They will take your kids. You're not going to fight a government. You still need them for your health care. If you're healthy, you got to speak up for the people who are sick. All right, let me wrap this up. Last couple comments. Somebody let us off on a real positive statement, something that we can all chew on while we walk away. But this is a real simulation. We are 100% in a simulation. We need to pay attention to the programmers, the people who look at systems for their design and think about how to fix them. There's a reason. That was the other thing that he said. He doesn't work in Silicon Valley. He said he wouldn't fit in. Neither would I. You can't fit in. If you want to go do things because they're good to do, not because you want to get paid to do them because you want to have a mansion, you're not going to fit in those systems. Einstein said it. Thank you, Christine. Einstein said it, that necessity is the mother of invention. Is that another way to say it? I think someone else said that one. That's another way to say it. When you have equality, people create things because it's necessary for us to create, because we're a part of an ecosystem. We create and we do fantastic at it. But when you take things from people to force them to work in corporations in Silicon Valleys to make things, weapons and things that shouldn't even exist for greed, then you hold back the human civilization thousands of years. And I think our system is really designed in a very special way. I think whoever programmed this, they send us the characters they need. Like, there's a reason we have to go behind the bush and get the grappling hook or the hook for the sword. There's a reason why we have to go to this particular dark level or go on that pipe and you end up in the magic place to get more coins. It's because whoever wrote this is trying to help us. They send what we need. They send the people that we need. Do you think it's weird that there's so many people in touch with something conscious nowadays? I think it's interesting. I have so many friends which y'all would call witches, warlocks, but they're in tune with other things a lot of us aren't. And I think the simulation sends that to us. An example of that within our simulation of other simulations are frogs, reptiles, right? They make the genders that they need. When they don't have enough women, they make more women. When they don't have enough men, the men flip and become female, right? This system, it's sustainable. It knows how to sustain and give us what we need. We just got to learn how to treasure the things that it gives us, not try to control them and not support people trying to control them. Absolutely. Powerful, powerful things. It's about monopolizing all that can be trafficked. So don't be traffickable. That's it, Miss Tree. I'm gonna run away on that one. Don't be traffickable. Don't be ownable. Don't be enslavable. You know, we are, how I say it? We're captives, but we don't have to be slaves. We are captives. There's nothing you can do about that. These systems and governments and corporations, whatever, they own our bodies. They definitely own our bodies. Where we go, what you can't do, they got police states and prisons, and they'll make you do it. But they don't own your mind. You don't have to be a slave, right? You can be a captive physically, but you don't have a slave mind. And that's it. Don't be traffickable. Be a Sentinel Island. Be a person from the Sentinel Island. You know, you don't let anybody tell you what you can do with you. And don't support anybody who's telling your neighbors or your kids or other people what they can do with them. Don't be traffickable, and they won't traffic you. I was going to end on that one, but Patty came in the last minute. I always try to say something from everybody I can see. Better late than never. The virus is the ruse, as it is the vaccine with the application of 5G. And they said a whole bunch of stuff, Patty. Just push the comments. I can't see. Oh, wait, it's on Facebook, right? It should be over here. I should have it over here. I think I didn't read anything from Patty. Make sure I get everybody. Better late than never. The virus is the ruse, as it is the vaccine with the application of 5G that will kill you, as 5G's frequency interferes with your oxygen ability to bind with hemoglobin. Don't fall for it and fight 5G. I don't disagree with any of that. I don't know all of it to be true. I know that it's powerful. If kings and lords had it, they would do it. And whether it's true or not, to me, it doesn't really matter, because of the last statement right there. Don't fall for it, fight 5G. Don't fall for any of it. Don't fall for drama. Don't fall for side effects. Don't fall for more control systems. Fight anything that's fighting you. And if you get that 5G is not in sync with your human body, obviously it's not something to do. And obviously, whether you like the president or not, and he yells 6G, you know that's a problem. And it doesn't really matter. It's not about him, because if you had Bernie Sanders and any of the rest of them, they'd be yelling 6G too, right? It's about control. If it violates your body to a degree, it's a type of rape. not physically, but electromagnetic rape. And how about we don't roll out any more rape towers because the doctors say we shouldn't, the scientists say we shouldn't, the entomologists, the bee people, the bird people, and now the first town, Wuhan, where they rolled it out everywhere, everybody has a problem watching people just dropping in the streets. And we know that this is a 5G is a weapon, right? We know it's a weapon. It was a Raytheon that used that, sold as a means of controlling crowds. We know it's weapon. It's weaponized. Why would you give your government any more power? You don't need lightning fast internet. You don't know how to use Facebook now. Ain't none of your friends been to Facebook jail. None of your friends been to Facebook jail. You haven't gone. You need to work on going. We need to break the recidivism rate. We need more people who are actually fighting the power. We need more people who are raging against the machine, not more people trying to be cogs in the machine and cheering for the power, the system that shouldn't have any power to have any more. I had to get going. This is Gerard. Y'all have an awesome day. I am out of here. Bye-bye. Love y'all now. Break the chains that bind you. And like in any flight, lean over to the kid next to you and affix their mask. Break their chains. This is Brother Pat Riley going to take us out.
Do you want to free the people? Do you want to free, free the people from the bottom to the top? Make modern slavery stop. Do you want to let go of the prisoners? See everyone happy. We can have this and more if we open up the doors. Well, what do you think about that? Do you want to free, boom, free the people? Do you want to free, boom, free the people and Mother Nature too? Do you want to boom, do you want to free, boom, free the people? Do you want to free, boom, free the people from the bottom to the top? Make modern slavery stop.